studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he
conditioner more than shampoo.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You use it.
What?
You use it.
I do?
Air.
That's a great point. Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was far away.
Oh, see, I was going with now that I'm here, so far away. That's Stained. So far away, leaving in myself, so far away. The blood bleeding in my hands again. That's Fuel. Oh, Chris is rocking out. See? Sactown Sports Show. We should do that.
Damn it, I already know that's going to be stuck with me for the rest of the day.
Yeah. I think I told you this. This is like a couple weeks ago. It's dumb how this stuff happens. We were at our friend's houses for dinner, and they got this dessert, and it was one of those plastic things with dessert in it, and it was it was 3 different types of loaf cake, and on the tag you open up, they called it a loaf cake trio. And when I saw it, we're all in there, and I go, "Oh, you got a loaf cake trio!" And then everybody was singing it the rest of the day. It's, Jukebox Hero, loaf cake trio. It's a singing Tuesday. Conditioner makes. Now I sound like Adam Sandler in that movie. Yeah, Billy Madison. It feels greasy. Even I know it's not, but it feels greasy. And then if I'm doing my hair, I'm giving it a little hairspray, and I feel like it defeats the more conditioning it is, the more floofy my hair is, and I don't want floofy when I'm using hairspray, if that makes sense. Why do you use conditioner? For hair health?
I was just going to say that I've got the opposite reaction. Like when I shampoo it, when I get everything out of my hair, that's when my hair gets floofy. And I use conditioner so it doesn't do that.
You wash the gray right out?
Well, then, yeah. Every time I go get a haircut now, I see, because they really need to figure this out at haircut places. They all have like black, those robes they put on you or whatever, capes. And then if like a gray hair falls down, you see it. I think they should make why not make them white, or why not make them gray? Yeah. There you go. I don't want to get my hair cut and go, oh God, that's more than last time. And I always joke, and I'm like, it's not gray, it's blonde. And then whoever's cutting my hair fake laughs with me. But it's really just...
What? I was listening to something. What are you saying?
Right? And then I look over. Here's the other thing. Like, the blue stuff they put their combs and stuff in?
Whatever it is.
Barber side. That just sounds... They got to come up with it. It just sounds a little aggressive.
Well, that's like what, from the 1800s?
I think so. And then they all have that, what is that stuff? I'll take a picture next time. They all have that other stuff that they put it in, but it's got like green and red coloring on it. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
I will be at Men's Warehouse later today with my son. He has his junior prom Saturday, and I am taking in, and he is as excited as he gets for it. I can tell he is into it.
He's going today for the tux?
Or
whatever.
I don't think he's gonna do a suit. I don't think they're tuxing.
How many kids are at a school?
A few hundred. It's not a big school. Why?
We didn't have like junior and senior prom. There was one. Is that the same thing?
I think it's combined.
Gotcha.
I do. And he's doing that, and of course I'm like, oh, who are you going to junior prom with? So this is how it works now is like, I know every kid doesn't do this, but like, apparently the thing is you go with a group, and in his group it's got guys and girls, guys and gals. So the funny thing is I think he was joking. I'm sure he was joking, but I said, well, have you looked, Google like different looks and stuff. Let's see what you. And the thing is, I'm not getting him some crazy expensive suit because he's going to grow out of it in like 6 months. He's in growing phase right now, and he shows me a Jeff Daniels suit from Tux from Dumb and Dumber. I was like, bro, I will buy that. I will. I don't even care. I will. If you wear the top hat and bring the cane, it would be a top 5 moment of my life if my son did that.
So proud.
He won't. I think he was just having fun, and now I'm on it.
Does he have coupons?
Man, if you could talk him into getting a ruffled shirt.
Right? Just even that. Yes, dude. Oh, my God.
What about a tuxedo T-shirt?
I'd be all for that. But I think he also, again, it's so hard to read with him, but I do think he's excited about getting, like, measured and tailored, the whole thing they do. They do good. I mean, they're not a sponsor. We're not,
I guarantee
That's where I got mine. That's where I got my first ever suit when I was around his age. I am at the crossroads again with I'm going to lose this battle. But I was informed yesterday that my daughter wants to audition to be a squad leader in the band next year, which is like you're not allowed to do that as a freshman. It's a natural advancement if you want to do that. And the reason she's in band is because she was in band in high school, and it's that band's a pretty well known band. It's a great band to be in, the USC marching band, and we wanted her to do it for the college experience, right? But the caveats here is that she has to go back to school 2 weeks early. And
too soon?
She has to go back too soon?
Too soon, June?
And she's also going to have a lot more responsibility next year. And look, her grades are great. She's doing fine. But it hasn't been the most, like any friend. It's not the smoothest. She's had some, stressful moments this year.
That's why 6 years works out nice.
I don't know. That short film was incredible.
So, thank you for reminding me.
It's more.
Is there a new one?
There's a few.
Yes.
It's more because it's 2 weeks early. I can tell.
Yeah.
Not the responsibility.
No. It partially is the responsibility. If I'm always very honest, I do worry about that. But it's like 80%. Yeah, she's going back. She's only going to be. And so the way I work it with her is I say, okay, present your case. Like, give me your points.
Okay, Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah. And and she was doing really well. And then at the end, she's like, and by the way, I checked. And I actually have, my summer is 3 weeks longer than my summers are when I was in high school. So you're actually net getting 1 week more.
Sounds like you.
It really does. And I said, sweetheart, it's a great point. You're forgetting one little detail on that. What? Just think it through. What is my counterpoint about to be to your point? she did not get it. I said, well, when you were in high school, you were living at home. When you're at USC, you're living in Los Angeles. I don't see
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
I don't see you every day. I don't see you at night. I don't go upstairs and see you're cuddled up with Penguin and Chicken, her little stuffed animals. What do you want from me? And I don't see you except on holidays. So I'm like 100% being. It's selfish. Like, I acknowledge that. But also, like, come on, you give a little, and then I got 3 more summers, and then she's off. And I know there's going to be, this is the reality because of her major. 1, 2, freshman, sophomore, junior. Well, yeah, I feel like senior year she's gone. I don't know. I don't have any, she'll graduate. But I also know that next summer it's going to be, I guarantee you, hey, I have this opportunity to go to a film set and intern or this or that or go to
Travel abroad
for
the summer.
Well, exactly. And she doesn't have any of that this summer. She's the summer is laid out. Oh, you know what? You can sit on a couch. Sit on a couch, Chris.
Yeah, let's listen to this.
Why don't, and then her mother, of course. It's the reality about her mother that's hilarious, is that her mother is always the one that's like, she's like the advocate general for the children.
Is that your wife?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But in this case, it's their mother. That's like when the kids do something wrong, it's your daughter.
Right.
She is the attorney general, the advocate for the children in these conversations, and so we don't do it in front of the kids. Hello, so she's like, "This is the point. This is what they're supposed to do." Like, what? She's gonna half the summer. You're gonna be watching baseball or something. She's gonna be on the couch, waking up at noon, flopping around the house on her phone, doing something in her room, which will be trashed as always. We call that the Ave Cave, where she goes and Avery's. And
sounds about right.
And I go, yeah, but she's home. We get to see her. I can bring her. We can go do things. We can have fun. Whatever. It's like not 24/7, but having her there. Oh, you're too sentimental, she says. And the reality is, she's going to be the. I'm telling you, I'll bring this back if we're all still working together in 2 years when Mason's gone. She's going to be in therapy. She's going to be the one having the meltdown when we have an empty nest. When we have an empty, I was in England. I was in New York and England for the last 2 weeks. The amount of times we would text, and part of her text would be like, "I'm lonely. It's boring here. I'm just. How are you doing? I'm fine. It's boring. I'd call her and she'd have kind of that, set the screen. Not set the screen. Normal. Yeah. Set the, that tone where it's like in your head. Yeah, she's not listening. The tone, anyone who's in a, that like, how are things? And when you get they're good.
Okay.
And it's like, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And then I gotta pull it out of her, and then well, just hello. That's because I didn't. So, hello. So she's being Billy Badass right now with this whole thing, and I'm being honest with my emotions and just saying, look, this is why I didn't have a midlife crisis. I didn't have a midlife crisis because I was a moron in my 20s. Most people have midlife crises. They go to high school, then they go straight to college, then they find their spouse, then they get married, then they have kids immediately, they get into their job that they graduated, and they never did the things. And then, 40-ish, 50, whatever, hello, secretary, how you doing? Whoop, and here we go, midlife crisis. That's how it happens. I did all that crap in my 20s. I sewed the thing from on high atop of the hill.
So I have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, you're way past the middle of your life, Jason.
I think it's time.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would be a top 3 moment of my life. Be like First kid, second kid, you just beating the crap out of Chris, and then like getting married or something. You know, it'd be in that order anyway. So I don't, I'm gonna lose this one.
Yeah.
I already know. I'm the boxer going in to fight Mike Tyson in his prime. I know I'm getting a payday. I'm still training as hard as I can. But in the end, there's something in me. Even though everyone's like, you got to believe, you never know. I know I'm going to end up on the canvas getting counted out. But I'm still going to try my best and give it the old, no pun intended, the old college try.
Go down swinging.
No, we don't. We're not going to do that.
Oh,
Jeez,
well,
that's
what was
weird.
going on
Upside
with
down
it.
pineapples.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, I'm not into that. I don't know, dude. It is the constant grasp. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, that didn't have that problem. I could sign in the text line on my laptop using Chris's login.
Yeah.
Can't do it on this computer.
Why don't you have your own login?
I don't know.
How's your password?
I have to get off the Wi-Fi when I get here because it like starts giving me the like 17 pop-ups like reset your password, reset your password, reset your password. Anyway, you want it. That's the way you need it. Anyway, you want it. I'm gonna lose that one, dude. And I don't know. I don't have anybody in my corner. I'm the meme with the guy and the sword by himself when like all the horses and cavalries and stuff are coming at him. I'm this guy going into battle with nothing but my trusty blade, knowing I'm standing for honor. And
Can you recruit Mason? Or he's like,
Mason would be like,
I'll be an advocate.
yeah.
Hey, Avery, I know this is an absolute wonderful opportunity for you. Just really setting yourself up for the future, but stop thinking about yourself.
Yeah, really setting herself up for the future with all those, oh, you were a trumpet squad leader. Well, you're hired as the what? As the trumpeter?
And you know this so much from your own college experience.
You're darn right I do. You know what? Never got rejected from a club or a fraternity.
do you think if you hit her with it, well, I mean, could be my last summer. As Kyle Shanahan once said.
You want to know how good this kid is, dude? We had the conversation. I said, all right, well, let's table this. Your mother and I will talk, and we'll all
And I'll
talk about
lose.
this again. I didn't say that, but she sends me a text. Hey, Daddy, just want you to know I really appreciate it. At the end of the day,
Can you read it as she would say it? Daddy.
Daddy,
I want to be a squad leader, Daddy.
I really appreciate it. And at the end of the day, staying an extra 2 weeks will show my thanks for all the stuff you guys do for me. I'm willing, of course, to make that compromise. I love you.
Wait,
Man.
What compromise?
Right?
That is incredible.
She's
Wait, what compromise?
like, I don't
Oh,
think
her staying. Oh, if this is what you want, you know what? I'll give it to you.
That's right. You know, if you really want this, I appreciate everything you guys
That's
do
then
for
you're
me.
caving. She's like,
Yeah, dude, exactly.
I
She's
landed it.
I'm making the sacrifice now.
I don't know, man.
Is there a trip that she would want to go on more than any?
Yeah.
Where to?
Probably back to Europe.
What if you have a European vacation?
When's your trip?
When's our trip?
Yeah.
July.
Is that when she's going back?
No, she's going back. She'd have to be back. I think it's August 2nd.
Oh,
We
perfect timing.
would be back.
She's going on the July trip? Oh, okay.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. It's Portugal this year. That's where the training.
We're in Portugal.
We just thought we'd vacation in Portugal. Yeah. We thought we'd take a vacation.
It's a fun trip.
Yep. Yes. And then we'll do soccer stuff after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not in Portugal.
Not in Portugal.
Portugal the man.
Is he the one that does that? What's the Portugal the Man song? It's super catchy, but it's like he has the one song, right?
Hang on, I'm getting it. No.
Oh, sorry.
Did their drummer just die?
Wait, what?
I thought so.
I thought
Or maybe
Portugal
it's
the
one of
Man was a guy.
Was a guy? I thought
Well,
it
it's
was a
not
band.
Portugal the band. It's not Portugal the group.
What's happening here?
What are you talking about, Jason? You asked me if there are any more movies. What Jason is watching.
I'm hungry, all right?
Lay off of me, I'm starving. What Jason's watching right now is a little over a 4-minute video of my daughter in black and white sitting somewhere in USC. She starts eating, and then she proceeds to just... we joked about this, is that what did you just video yourself at Thanksgiving? Because I'm always on my daughter about she eats like she was in prison for 5 years, and she just got released. And it's slow, and that has been an argument we've had since she was 2. Chew your food, you're gonna choke. Well, in this video now, which I can only describe as artsy, she is
Half the food's on her head.
Yeah, she
and
is
on her face.
Yeah,
there's the drink. Wash it down.
Yeah, washing it down. So you asked.
Chris did.
Brian weighs in on the YouTube chat. Steven Spielberg talks all the time about how being the lead tuba player in the marching band is how he landed his first directing gig.
All the time. He talks about that.
All of the time that I've heard that story.
I didn't come up in that dinosaur doc.
Didn't George Lucas say some stuff about it, Chris?
The next best thing to films is the USC marching band.
I like films.
I'm surprised I had that ready to go there, Jason.
I know.
I kind of am too.
Yeah. He always has the drops ready.
Anyways, what did you think, Jason? That was pretty
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. So, anyways, if you want to know how good my daughter is at manipulating me, Facebook Memories this morning brought up. This was when she was 3.5 years old. She got sent to her room, I think, for punching her brother in the face, who was, by the way, like 2.
Well, he deserved it.
And so I'm in my room with the door closed, and I hear this like faint knock, and I look over, and she had slid underneath a piece of paper and then ran. 3 years old, and ran back, and it's a heart that's broken, and it's
an unhappy face.
and an unhappy face, and she goes, "My heart is gone," and I'm like, "Are you?" She was 3, dude.
Wait, can you show me that again? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's really Mason's blood. Is what she drew it in.
Maybe it was her blood because Mason got back at her and did the Indiana Jones thing, and she actually meant, no, dude, he literally just came over and ripped my heart out.
She is literally a little Carmichael Dave.
So anyways, boys, I'm going to lose.
Is that the note that she sent to Scott Perry after this in the middle of the season?
Yeah. So
my heart will go on.
I'm going to lose this one, guys.
Yeah, you are.
And that's it. It's
At least
just
you know ahead of time.
For those of you who are considering having unprotected relations, just know it leads to a life of
love,
other people's priorities, and eventually you're paying
joy,
a bunch of money to have absolutely no control over anything. And
fulfillment.
You give, and then you ask for something back, which by the way, all you're asking for is just some time. Just time. Which is the one thing we cannot buy.
So just so I know, she'll be here in May and then leave in August? Yeah.
Well, she'll be here in late May because being in the band, she has to pay. She's staying a week later because she has to play commencement.
So May.
Yeah, May like 17th. We go get her on the 15th.
Late May?
That's late May. Later May. Second half. Literally, we don't get back till the second half of May she returns. May 17th.
Yeah.
Wait, you're going down there the 15th, but she's not off till the 17th?
We're going down because we're getting all our crap out of the dorm, and then we're going to stay with my sister.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Watch her play at commencement and then come back. So
Wow, watching the graduation of your kids that aren't graduating. And you're going to
watching my daughter play in the
and
thing.
you're going to tell Mel, can you believe this is going to be us in 7 years?
Why do I even bring? I come here in part? It's therapy. I think I'm talking to my friends, my partners, and
Is it time?
in work. Just Lynn, the Spurs fans in the chat. His contribution is, Dave, I will be enjoying basketball after tax day. Lynn thought it'd be a great time just to insert that he's a Spurs fan and they're playing in the playoffs. And we're not.
Huh.
Yeah.
I remember there was a time that he wasn't watching the Spurs.
Yeah, it's weird. Lynn shows up, disappears completely. Like Lynn is like literally the worst fan. Like I don't mind fans of other teams, but Lynn goes AWOL. We couldn't hear more of Lynn when the Spurs were on their dynasty, calling to all the shows, "Hey, Lynn, I'm Lynn, and my stupid voice, and here's Spurs, and I'm Lynn." This is a dumb name, anyways. It says dumb name. It's a dumb name. Lynn is actually a dumb name. And then he disappears. And then, oh, they're back. Oh, here's Lynn again. Hi, I'm Lynn. I'm going to tell everybody how I'm a Spurs fan. Look at me. It's my whole identity in life. I'm a Spurs fan. That's who I am. Am I misdirecting hostility at Lynn right now because of my inner frustration about my daughter? Probably. But we have to take a break. So when we come back, oh, man, I'm all out of cash. Kings had their exit meetings today. Are there entrance meetings?
I don't know, but they make it out?
I don't know. Is it an escape room? We'll see. We'll see who could make it out.
Follow me.
I think, honestly, if it was, they would all still be there. We got a lot of that for you. The A's and Rangers game 1 is over. Jeez, somebody... Literally a standing 8 count for the A. You were there, right?
I've been to 2 games. They lost 19-1. 11-0 and 8-1.
It was great.
Can I make a request? Can we please keep a running tally?
Oh, I'm going to at this point.
Okay.
Will I ever catch up?
You are down 19-1 after 2 games. Will you catch up at any point? I say no.
Actually, I mean, that's an
an 18-run deficit after 2 games. Stop. Why do you hate the A's? Are you the Rangers' secret weapon? We'll talk about that at 6:44. Mark Jones, we're going to work this out.
Mark Jones.
I think Mark will. I just heard from Mark. We just got to work out a time because the original one didn't. Oh, yeah, why am I doing that? But I think Mark will join us today as well. And we've got all kinds of quotes and sound from exit meetings. We'll get started next.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball.
The 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turn Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with N&S Tractor and Case Construction and Courtyard by Marriott Sacramento Cal Expo. More info at citvfest.com.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back, y'all. Jason, real quick, because the show ended, we didn't really have time to go over it. Was there any post-show conversation with Matt George yesterday?
No, I couldn't talk to him. I had to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Hit in the eye.
I see. Yeah, you kind of have a bruise, like kind of a black eye.
Took the patch off last night.
Yeah. All right. Is this something you think you can work through, or is it it's gonna take a while?
No, we're done.
No, you're done. Yeah. If you missed the end of the show yesterday, Jason Ross, being the good person he is, was trying to dispose of some trash. He had an empty water bottle. He went to go flip it towards there's a garbage can right to my left.
Was going in.
It was actually
it's goaltending.
In between Matt and I. Matt was sitting to my left. The can was in between us, and Jason went to just go toss it there. And
feathery touch.
Yeah, it was going in. And then Matt, who I think was still upset about something having to do with J.R.R. Tolkien or Lord of the Rings or whatever, I don't know how else to describe it, slapped the bottle back into your eye at a high velocity for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll be working for a while.
I don't know that he. Well, you talked to HR?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
As someone who has accidentally hit Jason in the face with something, he wasn't as nearly as apologetic as I was.
Can I say, what is with this new trend of hitting Jason in the face? Which I would just.
I mean, you should try it. It is kind of fun.
I would literally. Here's what I would say: if I did what you or Matt did, I think I would just walk out and tender my resignation. Like it'd be like the end of the old Incredible Hulk series where he's walking away to the sad piano music to the next city. That would be the rest of my life. I wouldn't. I would have like. Have you ever had, or is this just me? Has like a memory ever popped into your head of something that you've either done that's really embarrassing, or like I don't know, this is a bad example, but you're just like somebody's got their cute little baby and you have this flash in your mind of just like socking the baby in the face for no reason at all, and then you like physically shiver with the thought of like, oh my God. No, is that just me? Okay.
I just wanted to punch that baby.
Yeah. So, anyways, Matt gets a tattoo sleeve, and now he thinks he's Billy Badass.
Apparently he is.
That's not how we operate here at Sactown Sports. As a matter of fact, our whole leadership right now is at a retreat, doing trust falls.
Really?
And
how long?
Pictionary. I think today they wrap up today. A 2-day retreat up in the beautiful mountains of Lake Tahoe.
Must be nice.
I was gonna say, why is there no?
Chris was in management.
I'll say that again.
Like Chris was in management.
That is a great point, Jason Ross. Why are you not up there? Is it high level only, like top of the pops?
Oh yeah, it's special people.
Whoa.
Not the people that get things done. If I were to go, things wouldn't get done.
Well, shots at the new program director. Wow, he's been here 5 minutes and is getting a retreat to Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
Why is there not a programming retreat to Lake Tahoe? By the way, can we all be honest? We wouldn't want that, right?
Why not?
All of us in Lake Tahoe?
No, that's of course that's great. No, I'm talking about, I'm assuming it's 6, 7, 8 hours a day of discussion and bonding and directed conversation on the future of, like, where it's not.
These are positive things that you're saying.
No, dude, it's not. It's not. We would be up in Lake.
You're looking at it as work.
Yes, it's not like, listen, if we're up in Lake Tahoe at an Airbnb and we're going over to Harvey's or whatever and doing the thing and eating, yes, of course, yes. What I'm saying is, I don't think that's what they're doing. They're up there having like conversations about the future and whiteboards with, all right, everybody throw out an idea, and then they all discuss and break up into pairs and talk about the thing and what are your goals for next year. You know what I'm saying.
Hitting the manager with the snowmobile.
Yes. That's not fun. That's work.
I don't know. If I was on that trip that hit that manager with a snowmobile, I think it'd be a fantastic time.
Campeo says you should file charges.
They've been filed.
From now on, it's the J. Ross podcast.
Oh my gosh! If a cop came in during cross time. Yeah, maybe we don't even have to get one to actually do the arrest. Maybe this is a scared straight situation.
No, like legitimately, I got to figure this out because I know one that would totally do that. The only question I have is, like, would they be doing something like, he's not impersonating a cop, he's a cop, but like, are they allowed to do that stuff, or would it be like, could somebody see it and be like, he did a false arrest? And I wouldn't want to get.
Oh, man. No, you're just killing two birds with one stone. That'd be fantastic.
I ruined 2 lives at once.
What if Matt attacked?
What if
I'm not going back to jail?
What if Matt? Yeah, I said, you're not going to get me, copper. And then now, what? Why would Matt have 2 hands?
Then I'd get a hit again. Actually, he's a bad shot.
Well, Kings went through their exit meetings. Bye-bye. I always wonder, like, I really want it. We're going to have Scott Perry on it later this week. Time TBD. If it wasn't for everybody bitching about it, I would love to know. I really want to, I'm fascinated with, like, the environment for the. Okay, so, like, is it in Scott's office? Are there food and drinks? Is it all just about the season, or is there, whatever? Or is there any paperwork involved? Is there a question? Like, is there a questionnaire players fill out? What, like if you fly United or something? Like, how did we do? Is there any homework
given? Stars?
Like yes. Stars. Do they get a grade?
Well, I think there is homework.
Is there?
Well, I think it's like, hey,
call your agent.
No, here's stuff that we'd like you to work on.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, and I wonder if they actually give them like a little folder, like or whatever, or probably in their case, like a brand
like Mad Libs.
Yeah, that's probably in the leadership retreat, by the way, is Mad Libs. But I wrote down here just because we have a couple of minutes. We're going to spend a lot more time on stuff like this. We got a long off season, but. It was what would be if you were running through these exit interviews with players. And let's, by the way, in this world, they're all coming back. So, like, what would be your thing you would want from each player? So, for example, like Keegan Murray. So Keegan's in the office with us right now. It's the Sactown Sports exit interview. People can participate online. What would your, beyond get healthy, of course, but I'm saying, would it be work on your confidence? I don't know how that, maybe a leadership retreat. Would it be take 1,000 3-pointers? What would you want Keegan to do this
Well, I think I would go into it with, I would have my list of things that I think I would want each player to work on, but also I think it'd have to just be this extremely open dialogue.
Sure.
Like, your perception of the season, your perception of your role, where do you want it to go, all those kind of things.
What do you, ooh, that's a good one. What do you think you need to work on this summer?
Or just even like, where do you think you can help us next year? Or I think every player's always going to say, I want to play more, but it's like, how do we get you to where your goals are that match with our goals, something along those lines. And even to see, like, because I got to believe Scott Perry, when he watches each and every game, every practice, everything, it's like he's thinking ahead. Like,
sure.
All right, yes, I like this player.
Yeah.
But either, one, maybe that player isn't as much a part of our future, or two, I think I can turn this player into something else that would help our future a little bit more.
And that's the type of stuff that would be very nice to know, is because he's the one. I don't know who. I really don't. I would bet a lot of money that Scott Perry interviewed at least one player, did an exit interview with at least one player, knowing that guy's not going to be back next year. Just in his own mind, knowing, but still doing the courtesy and all that. And, of course, I wonder who it is. Like, we heard, you're going to hear from Russ at 7:28, Zach at 7:43, DeMar at 8. We'll have a few others. And there were some actual interesting things said about coming back, staying, this, that, whatever. There's a lot on the plate for Scott this summer.
Yeah, and I think there might even be multiple meetings, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't know if it's Scott, BJ, like the front office with the coaches, or if there's like a, hey, let's meet with the coaches, let's meet with the front office. I don't know if there's multiple, because if there are multiple, it also might be from Scott's perspective. All right, tell me what did you learn from the coach?
Sure. I'll bet you. I wonder if it's Scott and Doug in the exits together. I don't know.
Because you might want some of that info. I mean, Scott's around. It's not like he's not at practice or not at these events. But, like, how do you really feel about this staff and the coach or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, just you're always trying to gain information.
I think that's something that's something we should ask Scott. I don't think that's privileged info. I'd be curious. See, it seems like
say the layout.
Yeah, I feel like it would be easier to do them together, so that way you're on the same exact page. And if somebody's saying something that maybe Scott didn't pick up on or Doug doesn't pick up on, would it just be Scott and Doug? Would it be Scott, Doug, BJ, and Mike Woodson and the staff? Is it like 20 people? I don't know.
But I'm also just in human nature. Wouldn't you think there are players that Scott and Doug have a differing opinion on?
Yes,
they've got to.
I would imagine.
I mean, just human like. Just you and I might go, oh, I really love this player.
Yeah.
I don't. I think they could do better.
Right.
I think that's. If we asked everybody their opinions on every Kings player, I think we're going to get differing opinions.
And I would hope that, and I would think that going into these interviews, based on the dialogue between Scott and Doug throughout the season, there would be no surprises on who won or the other. And I would also hope, by the way, that in a perfect world, there's no disagreements. That if Scott's not high on a player and he and Doug talk about it, that he's either brought Doug into the fray with him or Doug has convinced him the other way. I would like to hope that there's some unison between them. And I think one big way to know that that's probably the case is Scott Perry did not hire Doug Christie. Scott Perry announced the return of Doug Christie before the season even ended. There's obviously say what you want about the results or this or the lack thereof, there's obviously a good working relationship between the two of them. So we got a lot of those exit meetings to get to. We'll take a break. We will touch on baseball here real quick before we get to the top of the hour and just start running. 3 for Madness. We'll have that all King-centric. Then we'll start getting to those exits around 7:28. Mark Jones on his ESPN career. And, we won't. He's going to announce what he announces in his own way, but we'll ask him, what does the future hold? Let him answer what he wants. We got a packed show for you guys. Glad you're with us right here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Oil isn't the only resource hit hard by global events. American farmers are sounding the alarm by fertilizer prices at planting season. Will this disrupt our food supply? Raising prices cause shortages? I'm not waiting to find out, and neither should you. Go to mypatriotsupply.com, get a 3-month emergency food supply. They'll include $200 worth of extra survival protein absolutely free. After serving more than 3 million American families since 2008, you can trust mypatriotsupply.com. Go to mypatriotsupply.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
In local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Oh, God. I should do this because I'm a good person, and this is going to be tough for me. Congratulations to Christopher Laud and Oasis for being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Christopher Laud is the king.
I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Why? What? Of course you are. What?
That's not rock and roll, getting accepted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's not. It's, well. You
got to be like Rage Against the Machine and not go.
Yeah, you know they're going to do something stupid.
I know they're going. That's why I'm disappointed.
But he's going to go and say, they'll show up wasted or something and pee on someone in the front. Or they'll do something Oasis.
Is that something that they've done before?
Phil Collins. How is Phil Collins now getting inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Don't you freaking dare, dude. How is Phil Collins just getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
It's wrong.
Well, maybe we should. You know who else we should put in the Hall of Fame? How about Babe Ruth in the Baseball Hall of Fame? That'd be
there's
great.
an idea.
Maybe
Phil Collins is the Babe Ruth of music, is what you're
What is
saying.
it? Phil Collins, I think, is one of 4 artists in history to sell 100 million solo.
Oh, well, if it
and
makes
100
money.
It makes money. Knew that was coming. 100 million solo and 100 million in a band.
When is Psy getting in the Hall of Fame? I mean, he had the most views on YouTube.
Yes, Phil Collins and Psy, super good comparison. Phil Collins defined the 80s with a couple other people. It was like Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna.
Why is he laughing?
Why is he laughing?
You're comparing Phil Collins to Michael Jackson and Prince?
I'm saying of the 80s.
Crazy.
Oh, you were crapping your pants.
Yeah, and that's why
we lived
Oasis
it.
needs to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. The musical genius of Oasis.
Yeah.
Does Oasis have probably the greatest drum fill of all time? No. Did an entire trend basically were they the soundtrack to it? Miami Vice, Crockett and Tubbs.
He was in 2 successful bands.
2.
I mean, solo and
Yeah,
Genesis.
Genesis.
Well, then so is Oasis and so is Oasis.
And
what?
Well, Liam and Noel had their own bands.
Oh yeah, and they were great with
What were they called?
With such songs as, such hits as, Queen Latifah. See, my objection to that is not what you think it's going to be. Of course,
what is it?
It really bothers me.
What do you think we think?
I think you think I'm like, oh, they're rappers. What are they doing in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? No, I think it really bothers me that hip hop is such a massive, massive genre in itself, so influential. And you have to squeeze these artists into something called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know why there is not. Imagine the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Just called the Music Hall of Fame.
Either do that. Yes, that would probably be the easiest fix. The Music Hall of Fame. You're absolutely right. Or, by the way, give hip hop its own Hall of Fame and celebrate. Dude, I would much rather. I mean, look.
Oh, like the one that they just opened in New York?
Did they? Mm-hmm. Did they really?
Yeah.
Did they open a hip hop Hall of Fame in New York?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's great news. I don't know.
But
so you just think that they're equal, just separate.
Honestly, I don't. You're such
But like,
an
is there a
idiot.
rom-com Hall of Fame? Is there a?
I'm gonna go.
Scary
I'm gonna
movie
go beat the
is
hell out of him now. It's honestly, it's gonna. Dude, remember the movie Office Space?
Yes.
Remember what they did to the printer?
Mm-hmm.
He's about to be the printer, dude. I don't. And by the way, I don't think they're equal anymore. Which, when you over the last 25 years, hip hop has dominated rock and roll. Who's putting out new successful rock music right now? Who are the big rock bands? And don't come at me with like the rock band. There's good rock music right now, but rock music now compared to where it was in the just turn on your radio. How many rock stations are there? And the ones that are successful are generally classic rock. And even the new rock stations, a big part of their playlist is, grunge era pseudo classic rock. Like hip hop has dominated rock and roll, yet you got to smush them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think they deserve their own recognition. Chris.
Well, she is getting a recognition.
Yeah, who else is going?
Rick Rubin's going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Well, that's great. About 20 years after he should have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Probably the second most influential producer of modern music behind Quincy Jones.
What are the rules again?
I don't know what the rules. I really don't know what the rules. I don't know that there are. Anyways, 9 acts that did not get the call today. In Excess, it was their first nomination. They should be in. Jeff Buckley, Lauryn Hill, Melissa Etheridge, New Edition. Wow. Pink, Shakira. Not Pink Shakira. Pink, Shakira. Mariah Carey is not. Wow. And the Black Crowes. Ooh, Black Crowes. That's borderline. Yeah, it's borderline. Their biggest hits I like Black Crowes. I do. But also, I think their biggest hit was a remake. It wasn't hard to handle, I think, a remake. Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Joy Division / New Order.
Now they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Yeah, of course. Manchester punk scene. Luther Vandross.
They're post-punk.
Hey, I'm reading right now. Cornerstone of the 1970s Manchester punk new wave music scene.
Post-punk.
Doesn't say that. Luther Vandross. Vandross?
Luther Vandross.
Luther Vandross, yeah.
He's not a Ross.
Sade. Phil Collins, Oasis.
Wait, those are in or they're not?
They're in. These are the ones that are in.
Wait, who was in?
Yeah, you were saying.
It felt like you blended
No,
them all
I'm
together.
sorry. Did I blend? No, I was saying before NXS, et cetera, Mariah Carey, Black Crowes, not in. Those are those are the also rans.
So who's in?
Who is in? The ones I was just naming. So here's who's in: Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Joy Division, New Order, Luther Vandross,
Okay.
Oasis, Phil Collins,
Okay.
Sade, Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow. Okay. Completely different
Yes.
conversation. Got it.
Sorry.
Wait, so can Method Man also get in as a solo?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so, yeah, because I think Genesis is in the Hall of Fame. I think.
I don't know.
What are you crying about Phil Collins not being in? He is
They're
in.
Throwing it all away.
Yeah, with Genesis being in and Phil Collins not being in, it had me in a land of confusion.
It's almost like when he got the Paper Late.
You got the Paper Late?
Paper Late. You don't know that song?
I don't.
Paper Late?
No. Do I? Should I?
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm just going to hang the phone on you.
What is that?
Tell Billy to lose that number.
Yeah, don't lose it.
No, lose it.
Nah, you always have that. You always do the right thing with your little invisible touch.
Guess I'll just lean on the other side.
A's lost.
Yeah.
Rangers.
I'm glad he's in that other studio.
Studio. You know what sucks? The back of my mind was trying to think of a way to work in Susudio.
Yeah, he's lost.
Yeah, he's lost. Here's Jake Berger with a 3-run
The pitch to Berger,
home run.
swung on and launched in the air, deep left center field. That ball is way back, and that ball is history. A 3-run Jimmy Jack for Jake Berger. And the Rangers grab a quick 3-0 lead.
I love this.
He had a
stuff.
second one.
Did he really?
The 1-1. Swing and a drive deep into right field. Going back on this is Butler. He turns to look. It's out of here. Opposite field shot for Jake Berger. 2 home runs on the night. 4-0 Rangers.
Well, it didn't get better. 8-1 was your final.
Hey, they closed on a 1-0 run.
Yeah. Momentum into today.
Yeah.
Momentum into today. From the 279. Where the hell is that?
Sacramento.
Is it? Weird Al should be in the Hall of Fame. Is he not? Wow. Weird Al should 100%, 100% be in the Hall of Fame. All right. Well, so the A's lost. Game 2 today. Are you going?
Not today.
Okay.
They'll win.
Wow.
I'm really going to track this to see if I'm going to catch up.
Honestly.
I'm on a 19-1 deficit.
Honestly, my goodness gracious. We'll take a break. I don't know. Should I even promote this part? 3 for Madness next. JR on line 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's question 1.
He is. We'll get your finger on the dump button in the Sue Stu studio. That's number 1 right now today. We'll talk about the Kings offseason. Which would you rather? And Devin Carter. We'll do all that next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spring is here, and warmer days are right around the corner. Before the heat hits, call Brower Mechanical. Right now, when you purchase a new high-efficiency AC system, you can choose a water heater or a whole house fan for just $1, or get your AC professionally tuned up for just $89. Don't wait until your system breaks down during the heat. Brower Mechanical, where quality meets comfort. 916-352-3113. Residential and commercial HVAC sales and service. License number 1081055.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
It's no secret the world feels unpredictable lately. One thing will never change. Hoblet's mission to nuke high prices. Right now, and only at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland, you can get 4.99% financing for up to 84 months on all new vehicles in stock, and keep every factory rebate you qualify for when you finance with Hoblet's preferred lender. That's 4.99% financing, and you keep all the factory rebates you qualify for. Not one or the other like other dealers are offering. Only Hoblet has fought to get you a deal this good. Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 4.99% APR available on select new vehicles in stock while supplies last. Pricing and savings may vary by model and trim. Financing on approved credit through Hoblet Preferred Lending for well-qualified buyers. $60,000 max finance. Approximately $14.14 per thousand finance. Residency restrictions and lender membership requirements may apply. See dealer for details.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. 3 for Madness coming up in a second. Also, some breaking news I'll share with you after we talk to JR. Good morning, JR.
Question! How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing? That's like, good. Honestly, in retrospect, the most annoying ad campaign ever. Like when I see
100%
old clips of the Budweiser What's Up, and now I go, God, that was a thing.
The Mafia one was pretty good.
Mafia one.
I like when I go to the Asian restaurant. Wasabi. I like that one. I won't lie, because I do that to my wife. She hates it. What about the Smiths getting in there, Davo? You think the Smiths are in?
Now we're talking.
No.
That little, I'm not going to go down that rat hole again.
No.
I thought that was fun. Jay Ross was having fun.
No, I don't think he was.
Look at him smiling over there.
Yeah.
Big smile on his face.
He's got gas.
Yeah.
Do you know, hey, real quick, does Chris have to pay extra money for that kind of action?
What?
Where he puts his finger on the dump button? Hello, I'll be here all week. Bye-bye.
I don't pay extra.
Kyle Draper has just tweeted, career update. Sunday was my last game as Sacramento Kings play-by-play announcer after 6 seasons on the job. My contract is not being renewed. I want to thank all the Kings fans and the people of Sacramento for making me feel welcome. Your passion and love for your team was felt every night I walked into Golden One Center, and I always hold the love you showed me close to my heart. Sacramento became home for me, and I hope you could feel I was 100% invested. I was with you every step of the way. As far as what's next, stay tuned. Whatever is next, I'm going to bring the same passion and love for the community I showed here in Sacramento. Oh, man. So, Kyle announcing he is parting with the Kings. I won't do a huge eulogy on Kyle. He's got a bright career ahead of him. Just say there was no ever any doubt from the moment he stepped in to this community that he embraced it. He was out on the golf course. He was out in the community playing and meeting people and talking to people. And I always felt like, and I mean this as a compliment, that it was he was he was a fan on the mic, not in a super duper homer gross way. Just you could tell he was invested and passionate and emotional about the team. Even he's not from here, wasn't raised here. It wasn't, but the moment
it didn't take him long to get in, and feel comfortable.
Not at all. And he will be missed. And wish him nothing. And also good guy. Really, honestly, good dude. Wish him nothing but the best moving forward. And there's no good. Transition from that, but good luck, Kyle. 3 for Madness. Question 1, please.
With the offseason beginning, I haven't been getting a high pick. What is your biggest wish for the Kings?
I mean, there's a lot. Cap stability. I think, there's a lot that could go in there, but I think that's the biggest. They're at almost $250 million in payroll right now for a terrible, no disrespect to the players, but record-wise, a terrible team. None of their, I would say health, but look, none of their players, knock on wood, but the injuries they have should be fully mended and right. There's none of the injuries that any of the players have. We're hearing about I don't know. It might take a really. We're not talking about a blown Achilles or anything like that. They should, barring setbacks, be 100% healthy, no worse for the wear come September, October. So I'll leave that aside. And I think that's the biggest challenge facing Scott Perry in the offseason is what the hell does he do with this payroll? How does he create some sort of room?
Yeah, I think the clarity on a direction, and I think Scott Perry may have it. I think he would like to clear a cap space, like you said. I think he'd like to get younger. I think everything that currently exists doesn't lean towards that. And that's the problem. It's like even the way last year began, I think everybody thought it would be a difficult year. It became more difficult based on injuries and the way they played at the beginning of the year when they did have a few more healthy bodies. But there is a scenario still, Dave, where they could come back and start next year with almost the same exact roster.
Yeah.
And I look at that not as a good thing, but as a problem. And not that they couldn't win more and stay healthier. I think they could. But let's even paint a world that everybody's back and they're better, like noticeably better, but kind of back in that range that they've been living in, and that's a 11th seed through 7th. So it's like, what is that? Right. Like with the players that they now, if that was 11th through 7th with the players they ended the year with, that's encouraging because you're going up. Right. But it's like, well, yeah, Levine's a good player, and Monk's a good player, DeRozan's, all those guys are good players, but where are you going with that? So I think if they could get some clarity, again, I think they have the clarity on where they want to go. The roadblocks are still in place. They have some tough contracts to move.
Yes.
We've said I think it would be good to move 2 of them or 3 if they could. I don't know if they can, but I think that would be my wish. Obviously, I'd love some lottery luck and all that, or just like a pick where you go, man, they nailed that pick at 3, at 9, at 6, wherever. But clearing out some of the roadblocks, I think, would be my goal.
Here's a trivia question for you. Do you know what the Cavs, Nuggets, and Magic have in common? Well, number one, they're all 3 playoff teams, but aside from that, those are the only 3 teams in the NBA that, as of right now, will have a higher payroll than the Kings next year. Yeah. Kings currently sitting at 4th, and
which is okay if you're in the playoffs.
And
they are not.
They are
far from it.
And also that means that they will not have a high lottery pick and the salary that's commensurate with that pick adding to their payroll next year, which we are not factoring in yet for the Kings. What makes it even more daunting is that there are exactly 2 players with options next year. One is Killian Hayes. It is a team option just over $3 million. And the other one is Zach LaVine, a player option at $49 million. Everyone else, Westbrook, McDermott, Eubanks, Achua, Plowden, all out of contract, all unrestricted, as I understand it, unrestricted free agents. DeRozan and Hunter will be in contract years, as will LaVine. But Keegan, Sabonis, Devin Carter, Nick Clifford, Raynaud, Cardwell, all under contract. A locked in. So it's a 2-year thing. It's a 2-year thing, barring some sort of, like, honestly, really wish the expansion draft was this summer.
Mhm.
That would be very nice for the Sacramento Kings. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Which would be more impactful for Sacramento? Moving up one slot in the draft or Levine opting out?
Okay, so the way I'm setting this question up is this. You're controlling the lottery odds. You're basketball Jesus for a moment. Or no. Basketball Jesus comes down and says, my son, I will give you 2 choices. You're not getting the number 1 pick. I'll tell you that right now. But I'm not going to tell you where you're going to pick. I will tell you that wherever you're going to pick, I will either move you up 1 slot. So lottery ends up at 4. You get an Uno plus 1. You go to 3, on and on and on. Or Zach LaVine will opt out of this contract. You have the choice between those 2. Which would you take?
Zach LaVine opting out.
So would I.
I think there's a lot more beneficial part to that. I think you could, the cap freedom. I mean, that's a big number.
Yes.
Big number.
Yes.
Now all of a sudden, where are you if you take $49 million away from that group of teams, on that salary list? If the Kings were 4th going in, they're going to drop significantly, have some freedom there.
You would be at about 157, probably 158, because it's like $49,800,000. Okay. So you'd be at around 148 just with that move, and that would take you. Let me see here. The Lakers, which they're at 106 right now with some big extensions coming. The Clippers are at 121. Jesus. The Pistons are at 107. Hornets 143. Hawks 127. The Bulls at 90. And then you got the Jazz, the Grizz, and the Nets. I mean, it takes you from the 4th highest in the league to well in the bottom 10.
Yeah.
That is massive. Now, it's important to remember from a pure basketball standpoint, purely basketball, Zach LaVine opting out is probably bad for the Kings. I'm talking simply from a talent, and if he opts out, that talent is gone for nothing. You have now officially basically, I mean, I know there's some other accoutrements there, but you've closed the book effectively on most of the De'Aaron Fox trade. You have gotten nothing in return, but you have traded him for $50 million of cap space. Their history was free. That doesn't mean you're going to go out and sign a $40 million free agent necessarily. It probably will not be apples to apples, but Jason, to the point you've been making this show especially, is that would make it easier now. All of a sudden, you now have that, not only that money freed up, I think more importantly, or as importantly, you have that playing time freed up for the youth.
Yes, I think that would be huge. I think, and the other part of this question was, or to move up 1 spot in the lottery. I'm just convinced that there's a lot of good players in this draft. So I'm less concerned. Of course, I would rather them pick as high as possible.
Sure.
But I will be sad if they're like 8th. I won't love it,
right?
But I think they'll get a good player. I mean, I'd rather than be 6th, I'd rather than be 4th. I'd rather, keep moving up the ladder. So, of the 2 things that would benefit them most, I think it would be. But to the other part about the basketball part, one of the biggest weaknesses by far of this year's team is 3-point shooting, and Zach LaVine is the best 3-point shooter on the team, him or Malik. So losing that is a big deal. I know they didn't have it most of the year, but they're going to have to get better there. He would be a guy that could help him, but I think the benefit of having his contract gone would be huge. That would be the one pick.
No, having Zach LaVine, it's funny. This is actually me complimenting Zach LaVine, though it's going to sound like I'm not. I think having Zach LaVine on this team would be, especially if he was relatively healthy, would be the single most difficult challenge for the Kings in avoiding a treadmill season like you talked about. If you have a healthy Zach LaVine, as we talked about a bit yesterday, in a contract year, at an age where this is going to be his probably last big long-term deal coming up. Not that he doesn't have good numbers already, but here's the chance you're running, and it's a pretty decent one. He's in his prime.
Right.
Let's say Zach LaVine throws out a career year. And by the way, there is a real possibility world here, as silly as this is going to sound, April 14th, 2026. But let me take you on a little ride here, Jason. There is a non-impossible chance that we're sitting here in November and December next year and we're having the following conversation. Kings actually need to start talking to Zach LaVine about maybe an extension.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a world where the Kings start the season in October and Zach LaVine is absolutely going bananas, which he has done before. He is fully capable of doing. And the Kings are, whatever, 500, maybe a little bit below. I mean, I don't think it would land as hard if they started out this year like they did last year, but I don't think those two things can go together. I don't think Zach LaVine can go crazy on the floor and still do this. Let me go back. Let me just give you an idea. Let me just look at a career. Here we go. So next year, Zach LaVine comes out. We're sitting here in November, December. And he's averaging 27.5 points a game to go with 5 boards, 5 assists, a half a block, a steal on splits of 51, 42, 85. That will be a conversation amongst his fan base if that happens next year. And if you think he's not capable of doing that, I don't see any signs of him slowing down or anything other than the injuries. That all of a sudden becomes a real career year Zach LaVine. Okay, well, we don't want to pay him $50 million a year, but would you offer him a 4-year $120? I don't want to have that conversation. Yeah. I don't want to be in that place where you're going, well, how are you replacing that? Mm-hmm. How are you replacing not just the scoring, but that efficiency in scoring? And do we just need to surround him with defensive guys?
Yeah, and then the other part of the Zach conversation, like if you're Zach's agent, and I'm trying to be as honest, not in a lean towards, well, it would really benefit the Kings if he opted out. Like I'm really trying to think of it from his sake. Yep. Almost every single person I've ever heard talk about it, he'd be crazy to turn it down. And maybe that is crazy talk.
Yeah.
But if there is a 4-year 120 out there for him, it's a lot less money. But there's some security, and he could maybe pick his team.
Yeah.
Which there's he's been on losing teams. It's been a tough.
Yes.
I mean, would he want to go to a city he loves? Would he want to go to a team that's in a playoff contention if that offer is available? And maybe if that offer's not, then the answer's easy. You take this contract. But if there's an offer out there that gives him more years at a very high pay rate, I don't know. I think that's got to be a serious conversation him and his agent have. But if it's not out there, then yeah, easily take this money.
I'm trying to think what I'd do with it if I was his agent.
Most agents are going to go
take the money.
Absolutely.
Well, they have a vested interest in taking the money.
But I mean, I also know. Okay, so let's go the negative way. Let's say Zach has the exact year he had this year.
Yeah,
the exact one. What's his free agency looking like next summer?
Not as good.
And now all of a sudden, it's like, is he getting like a $10 million? Which again, look, I know when everybody drive around like, I'd take that. Of course, we all would. But this is a guy that's been an all-star, has been kind of a featured franchise type player, and has earned a $50 million type a year contract to go down to that level when he still has, years left to play. I don't know. It'd be an interesting decision.
Zach LaVine has played 13 seasons in the NBA.
Is that right?
Let me make sure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 13 seasons.
Did some of those years combine, like the Bulls and Kings?
12.
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
You know how many years he would have been eligible for postseason awards out of 12?
2?
5.
Oh.
But still.
Yeah.
He played 39 games this past season. He did play 74, split between the Kings and Bulls the year before. 25 the year before that. Then he had best stretch of his career, 77, 67, 58, 60, 63. There's some scuds in there, but that's fine. But then 24 the year before that, 47 the year before that. He's not Anthony Davis,
right?
But he's not, AC Green.
Yeah, he's not Harrison Barnes.
He's not Harrison Barnes. He's not Mikal Bridges.
Right.
I if I'm his agent, I honestly, if I'm the guy's agent, I say take the money. You're going to be on it. The other part about him being on a team like the Kings that is bad is that if he's healthy and he's playing, he has carte blanche. He's going to get he's not competing with Kevin Durant and Luka Doncic for touches.
Yeah, and I got to believe agents are in touch with the teams where you go, one, on the contract part we're talking about.
Yes.
Maybe that, hey, we're Team X. I'm not that interested, but we're going to talk to them during the year about a trade.
I wonder what the rules are on that, because I would imagine if I don't think that would be tampering, right? Because if a player has the option to opt out,
you have to know if there's interest.
I would imagine the agent can literally call GMs and be like, "Look, if we opt out, what are you looking at?"
Right.
I think the other problem is and that's the other thing that not only is Levine up against, but the Kings are up against is, okay, Jason, you're the GM of and you would like Zach LaVine, and you actually would offer him a 4-year. $120 million deal, but you don't have the cap space, pal.
Yeah,
you don't.
Which is showing what's happening around the league.
There's a lot of not having cap space, and then when you look at teams next year that probably do, I mean, again, any fits for Zach here? You got the Nets, so he's going from a Kings situation to maybe New York. I don't know.
Won't the Lakers have a ton?
The Lakers will have a ton.
Doesn't come back, but I mean, is that their big fish? Is Zach?
Oh my God!
I don't think so.
LeBron, Reeves, Luka.
LeBron would be gone.
Oh yeah, okay. Reeves, Luka, Levine.
Probably not.
They give up 200 points a night. The Bulls will have a lot of cap space.
Maybe they'd be in the spot. They go, yeah, we'd sign him for less.
I don't think the Hawks do it. They have the space, but they're in a different stratosphere right now. The Mavs,
I've heard that's a place he's intrigued by. I've heard that.
I mean,
that's real or not, who knows?
Look, in a silly world here, if you've got Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, Zach LaVine, Anthony Davis,
not AD, he's gone.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He went to the Wizards. Derp, 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 derp. Yeah,
a high pick again.
That
could be a fun team.
It could be. Golly, that's a tough one. Because again, as we've talked many times, so much of the issues with Zach LaVine have nothing to do. I have defensive issues with him. Everybody does. But again, if Zach LaVine was making $20 million, we wouldn't be having these conversations. He puts up tremendous offensive numbers. All right. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Has Devin Carter done enough to contribute with him, or should the Kings move on?
Oh, just
Continue
Devin.
with him.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
My bad.
Why did I apologize?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'll follow.
You're a good guy.
For Chris reading it.
I'm sorry, you can't read.
Has Devin done enough to continue for us to continue with him, or should the Kings move on? Well, first and foremost, I think it's important to note that he is under contract for next season. Just let me double check on what the term is there. Devin Carter is under contract for $5.1 million, and then a team option, for $7.3 the following year. 100,000 trillion billion percent, in my opinion. For number one, he's under contract for $5 million next year. That is not a lot of money. Secondly, I will say this again. It's been the thing I say the most about Devin Carter. I think there's a player in there. He certainly has some challenges, especially his shooting he has to work on. I don't think the Kings are in a position where they can just be like, nah, okay, I'm good. They need to, you're talking about a 24-year-old. I don't care that he was a lottery pick. But when you look at some of his, he had 29 the second to last game of the season on 11 of 18. He had 20 on 6 of 12 on March 29th. He had 24 on 9 of 13 against Indiana on the 10th. We've seen, especially late, he did not have, let me double check here, he did not have a single 20-point game. He had a 19-point game in February, but he didn't have a 20-point game until March. And then the last 2 months, now granted, some of that was certainly playing time, but he had 4 20-point games. And his scoring is not, to me, what his best attribute is. I think he's a Tasmanian devil type that can disrupt on the floor. I say develop his ass. Give him another year and work with him in the offseason. Send him to Summer League again. Get him. Remember, he had the shoulder injury. He didn't start playing until February of last year. This was really kind of his rookie year. Give the guy some time.
Yeah. My feeling on Devin Carter is I have him in that camp of not looking to get rid of him, but if he is a part of another deal,
sure,
I'm okay. I mean, again, I think we value our players. Sometimes we're too critical on the Kings players. Sometimes we're too high on them. I think he's somewhere in between. I always say this at the end of the year, especially this year when guys are getting minutes like Carter. Are they really producing, or is it just because? I mean, they're NBA players and they're playing 25 minutes. They're going to get stats.
Sure.
So that's the tough one to sort out with him. I'm more than comfortable giving him more time. I don't think he's had, like, I wouldn't be done with him going, I've seen enough. But I think there could be other priorities on this team is the way I'd word it. But, again, I'm not giving up on him. But if he's attached to a deal with a veteran, I mean, and then be comfortable with, like, watching some games down the line going, oh, man, he's killing it for that team.
Yeah,
because he did that some with us. I mean, with here, right?
Yeah.
Where you see this team and you go, man, there looks like there's something with Carter, just like we saw with Mitchell and we saw with Keon Ellis.
That's what I think. I think it'd be a Davion Mitchell thing more than a Keon. I think it would be where once every couple of weeks you see a nice stat line.
Yeah, I don't think we're looking at a star at this moment.
Yeah.
He could prove that wrong.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's start these exit meetings. We'll start with Russell Westbrook, including is he coming back? Would he come back? What's his thoughts on that? And so much more. We're going to hear from Westbrook, DeRozan, Levine, and more today before we talk to Mark Jones at 8:28. We'll be right back after this.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
The Bedroom Collection sale is on at Scandinavian Designs. For a limited time, shop dreamy deals on all bedroom furniture, including beds, dressers, nightstands, and more. This is your chance to splurge on a new piece or upgrade your entire sleep space with a fresh, modern look. Stop by one of our local showrooms or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple. You make it home.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Yeah. Guys from the text line from JR in the Bay Area are people saying the same things about J.J. Redick that they say about Doug Christie. Does J.J. Redick have any coaching experience prior to the Lakers gig? How much does he make? Would any of the team have hired him? Yeah, Steve Kerr before that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely examples.
It's happened before.
Doesn't mean that each is each, but fair point. Exit interviews, Jason Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on Russell Westbrook first. We got a few clips from him talking about his journey to a first ballot Hall of Fame career.
I learned at a young age, like, I don't take anything this game has given me. God has put me in a position to be here this long, and I don't take the game for granted. I don't take being in this position for granted. Like, it's hard to get in this league. It's hard to be in this league a good amount of time, and I like to cherish and enjoy those moments. And given this platform, I try to use the way I play, use my energy and passion to be able to help inspire other people in walks of life. And if that's sports, cool. If there's other jobs that people may have and kids, I want to be able to do that by the way I play. And I definitely take it personally to be able to make sure that my body and my mind is prepared to be able to do that every night. And, and as far as where it's come from, I mean, probably just how I grew up, my neighborhood, where I'm from, it allows me to be able to understand that it's things that's bigger than the game. And the game is just a stepping stone to be able to allow me to be able to use part of this journey. So
I don't think it could have gone. I think if you had asked how the Russell Westbrook experience would go in September, I don't know that you could have, I'm not talking about wins and losses in the team. I'm talking about Russ. He played every game like he was playing for a 60-win team.
Mm-hmm.
The rookies adore him. They worship him. He looked like he was almost more invested in their success than his own. He yelled at Matt George. I mean, I don't know what else we want out of the guy. I got nothing bad to say. Did he make every decision correctly? No, but that's the NBA. I don't really have did you see him delivering cookies yesterday to the staff? Yeah. I don't have anything bad to say about the guy.
I think Russ, I don't know when like Max and Clifford and Carter, those guys' careers, where they're going to go and where they'll end up. But Russ is the kind of guy they'll refer to like 10 years from now, 50, like my my vet made the biggest impact on me.
Much like De'Aaron did when Vince and Zebo were here.
Still talked about them. Yeah. Still probably does.
Yes.
So you need players like that. And to have it be a guy that's got the gravity of Russell Westbrook, I mean, one of the great players we've had in the last, in the 2000s. I mean, he's amazing. His stats, his success. And then from day one, I think the one thing that he has always had that honestly should be highlighted even more, and he gets a lot of attention for, he plays so hard.
Yep.
Like, is just the motor is at full, he's in overdrive all the time. Like, he is going full speed ahead, and sometimes it costs him.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's just, hey, is Russ going to bring it? Like, you never have to. Yeah. Like, that's not a question.
Russ didn't really bring it tonight. It's not something that we've heard.
It's not, he didn't shoot. Well, that's different than. And so that example, being a
team
pro.
of threes.
Yeah. And then also, he had a good year. Like, it wasn't like, when he played, it was like, oh, gosh, he was a tough watch. That wasn't the case at all.
Speaking of leadership, he was asked about his leadership and the role on the team.
I think leadership is probably, for me, one of my best traits that I really enjoy the most, because you can see it, from year to year, from young players, years down the line. I've had many players that I've been with come to me, 5 or 10 years later and tell me moments that helped them throughout the process. So anytime I'm able to have an opportunity to be able to do that, I look forward to it. And if that's here I embrace it and look forward to doing that, especially with the young guys we have here. Proud of how they ended the season, how they improved, given the time they was given, and I'm grateful for that.
You know what's weird about Russ? It's always is weird to me. By the way, number one, a kid born his rookie year can legally vote this year. His rookie year, I mean, he played all 82 his first 3 seasons, so that ain't an issue. His free throw percentages, 81, 84, 82, 80, 83, 83 and a half, 81, 84. His free throw percentages his last 9 years, 65, 66, 65, 65, 65, 68, 66, and then this year 69. How does that happen? I understand you're scoring slow. I understand you get older. Free throws?
Right.
Like, he was an 80% free throw shooter,
plus.
but plus the first half. I mean, again, I'm not ripping. I just honestly, I don't know if I'd love to ask him. It depends on the response, but respectfully, how does that? I can see your threes getting worse. I can all that rebounds go down, no problem. How do you go from a decade of shooting in the 80s from the line where you're not being defended? If anything, you would think it would get better. I honestly would like to ask him about that. And I'm guessing, again, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm guessing his response would be like, well, when I find out, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, someone has an answer.
Oh, okay.
And it's weird because I just Googled like Russell Westbrook free throws.
Uh-huh.
And the first thing that pops up is a quote tweet of one of Matt George's tweets. But according to J.D. Jackson, Russell Westbrook had a routine since he was 8 years old through 2017 in the NBA where between free throws, he would walk and touch half court with his feet and return to the line. In 2017, the NBA changed the rule and said players couldn't walk beyond the three-point line. He's been in the mid-60s for most part since then.
Wow. That's very interesting. And now I want to know, does he walk?
We can ask him that. Why,
yes. Look at the actual numbers. Yeah. Go through the process. Why was that your routine? Was that to clear your head? What was it? Just superstition? Both. Does he now walk? Honestly, I didn't pay attention to his free throw routine this year, but does he go touch the 3-point line now? Not the same. I mean, that's so stupid. Giannis Antetokounmpo takes a sitcom episode between free throws, and Russ can't go touch the half-court line.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? How did you feel about the season overall, Russell Westbrook?
I didn't have a job until a couple of days before the season, so I had no expectations of what could be. I was just blessed and thankful to have an opportunity to be able to start another NBA season, and obviously as things unfolded here, trying to figure out the best way to compete, be competitive, given the late arrival for myself. But I feel good about how the year went, at least for me personally. Made it through healthy, so I'm blessed to be able to do that and get through a season healthy, especially at this age and years in the league, so grateful for that.
I understand there might be somebody out there that's like, that entire answer was about yourself and not about the team, which was terrible, and why aren't you disappointed? But I don't think that's what he's saying. I think the gist of the question was, how did you feel from your perspective, how the season went? And I think, like he kind of said at the end, your 18th year or whatever it is in the league, you're just trying to stay healthy, and you're trying to make sure every time you dunk, your head's not, touching the net because you're too short. Right. I think he surprised a lot of people, and he's got every reason to hold his head high.
Yeah, and for that perspective he just shared, look, he was not signed. There was an unknown. Maybe he's not playing. There was even some talk about going overseas.
Yeah,
and then he signs with the Kings. All right, nice backup role. He got the starting job.
Yeah, he got the starting job. I mean, he made it a lot easier to send Dennis Schroeder and that $15 million deal out. How about him coming back? How does he feel about it?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming back. Yeah, I'm always anywhere I'm wanted. I'm there. I want to be able to be helpful, be productive, but also I understand it's a business. I've been around a long time, so I understand a lot of different moving variables for that, and that's out of my control. My job is to be ready, be prepared, and be ready to go.
I wouldn't mind him coming back in the same type of leadership role. Look, I don't think Russ is at a point in his career where he could be your starting point guard on a championship contender, but the Sacramento Kings will not be championship contenders next year. We can talk all we want about Russ's numbers, and they were good for considering. Let's be honest. If you have a back line of Russell Westbrook and Zach LaVine, you're just giving up on defense at that point. Russ struggles mightily when they run pick and roll on him, to the point where if you watch film, it's almost like you want to say, does he just let his guy go through? Like, Russ and Zach LaVine are offensive juggernauts. Well, LaVine's an offensive juggernaut. Westbrook is an offensive hustle guy that I don't need to talk about how good his points, rebounds, assists look. They're great. They're both defensive liabilities. And it's one thing, could Russ thrive on a winning team that had defense? For example, if Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, and De'Aaron Fox all crashed into each other and we're going to miss 6 months, could Russell Westbrook operate successfully on a San Antonio Spurs team that had defensive guys and a freak behind him like Vic? Yes, I think he could be successful. But you have to have that backstop for him. That being said, we, in my opinion, and Kings fans need to look at who should return and who should not return next year, not through the normal glasses of will this make the team's wins and losses better, but is this the best for the Kings' overall future? Because they're not a playoff team next year. And if they are a playoff team, they're a play-in team. And that means there's a lot of treadmilling going on, because you're going to have your Levines and Sabonis and all those guys, as you said earlier, leading the way.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I think to keep him will be a challenge based on where their cap is. I think if you have some freedom and you move some other players, I think there's a spot potentially for him. But you also have to realize, let's say in the lottery they don't draft a point guard and you don't bring Russ back, this is a team really without a point guard.
Yeah.
So that's such an important position. So I don't know. I think there's a chance. I think there's a chance they could do it. Just all going to line up right.
We're way late. I want to do this quick. Russ with the final word on if he's going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great for me here. If I'm welcome back, then I'll be back. But that's not up to me. It's kind of how it's been for me the last couple summers and seasons, unfortunately. But kind of see what happens at that point.
There it is. I think it's really quite simple. If the Kings want him back, he'd be happy to come back, and I got a lot of respect for that. Yeah. We'll take a break. When we come back, Zach LaVine. We'll hear from him in a truncated season for Zach. We'll hear about his exit meeting and what he had to say next.
Despite speculation about a potential coaching change, the Sacramento Kings are bringing back head coach Doug Christie for another season. With promising young talent and an upcoming lottery pick, are the Kings primed for a bounce-back year in 2026?
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for the Declaration of Deals sales event?
There's no better time to upgrade to a new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with some of the best fuel economy numbers in the segment. Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP and get 2.9% APR with no payments for 90 days.
Wow, that's like savings on savings on savings.
The price of gas has people rethinking what they're driving, and Ram's up to 25 MPG is a win. Plus, thousands in savings with 2.9% interest. Now really is the best time to buy a new Ram truck.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 15,000 total net savings includes dealer discount and factory rebates. Discounts may include 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance on eligible trade, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of ownership, and 500 on-the-job upfit with eligible upfit. 2.9% financing for 72 months through Stellantis for well-qualified buyers. $15.15 per thousand borrowed. Deferred payments available on approved credit. Interest accrues from data purchase. Cannot be combined with certain incentives. Excludes Ram 1500 ROH and tungsten models. 25 MPG based on EPA published rating. See dealer for details.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Having multiple first-round picks seems like it would be a good thing, and why wouldn't you? But as Kings fans, especially ones that have been around a little bit, know Lionel Simmons, Dwayne Coswell, Travis Mays, Anthony Bonner.
Yep.
And obviously, L Train had a very good career, but that didn't pan out. There was the other year, wasn't there, where they had 3 or 4 again? Was that the Giles, Malachi Richardson? I might be mixing stuff up. Scal.
It was Fox, Giles, and Justin Jackson.
Okay, and then wasn't Malachi and Scal the same?
Yeah, I
okay.
think yeah.
I was reading Zach Harper's. He did some different kind of goofy awards, and I didn't even. I've not given this one thought all year long, Jason. You know, the Nets had 5 first-rounders this year.
Yeah.
Igor Demine, Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, Ben Serif, and Danny Wolf. 8th, 19th, 22nd, 26th, 27th. Demine, look, they're all rookies, too early. Demine's probably he's not probably, he had the best year of all of them, but even then, God, they might have gone 0 for 5. And they suck. Ha-ha, where are all the Jordy haters now? I mean, really. Why isn't Jordy getting? By the way, love Jordy. Not. Why isn't Jordy getting a bunch of crap?
Well, that's what I've been saying. I think the contracts are just different. Will Hardy's done nothing but lose in Utah. They don't seem to budge. He's got a long contract. They're gonna bring him back again. Jordy's lost a couple years. There's plenty of people that have. Washington continues to. I think it was their 3rd straight 60+ losing loss season.
Jeez. It's a little different with Will Hardy. At least in my head, it's a little different than Will Hardy because Danny Ainge has always been an edge guy. He was dirty when he played.
Yeah.
I am fully convinced that Danny is like, Will, you're fine. We're not trying to win right now, dude. Just develop and I feel like Danny's just wide open about it. You know. Zach LaVine visited with the media yesterday in his exit meeting, and he gave his thoughts on this season.
Yeah, I think we could do a lot better job with, having a rhythm out there and figuring out the right, rotations, lineups, and, it's a season where, it was a lot of mismatch stuff, and it wasn't anybody's fault that we weren't even able to have our full roster. And I know that's tough, being able to. You just have to. You're almost playing patchwork. You're not playing with a full deck, but that's no one else really cares about that. But for me, just trying to figure out, put each other in the best situation to be, successful. Everyone wants to be the best version of themselves. You take a little bit away from the team, obviously, you try to be as unselfish as you can so everyone else can stand out. But you want to make sure that you're playing a role and playing in a situation where you're able to do the best you can.
When we visited with Zach at training camp, Jason, you and I both walked away going, that was a fun interview.
Uh-huh.
And fun not in the sense of, we had some fun with, golf and joking around, but Zach's an incredibly intelligent guy and a really good conversationalist and a really good guy to talk basketball with. He had some points and things that were beyond the normal, I'm just trying to come out here and have fun and do the, he's very insightful. And with that statement, it's funny, if I was a bobblehead, I just kept going back and forth. Like, I don't know what to take from that, and I certainly don't want to put words in his mouth. But at first, I'm like, God, that's kind of a shot at the coaching staff. Like we couldn't get we weren't playing good road. We could have done better at rotations and what lineups to play. But then he comes back and says, it's not anybody's fault. We were injured. And then he comes back and says, for me, I'm kind of trying to, make sure I'm doing this and this and this, but also you want to be unset. Like he would go to the edge of where I want to make something of it and go, guys, he's taking shots, but then he'd pull it back and kind of white out the whole thing. So I don't think he was taking shots.
No, I don't think so either, but it also was a little bit like his year, right?
Yeah.
Where there were moments you're like, okay, I can see this happen. This will be working. And then he's either in and out of the lineup or others are in and out of the lineup. And it was just it was really a bizarre year, a tough year to get the overall read. We didn't have the expectations, and they didn't perform to even the lower expectations. But I still like yesterday in our envelope reveal. I think that my favorite thing of all of our picks was your random stat. You're like, we're going to feel better at the end.
Yeah.
And there were moments this year it was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
I mean, they were getting blown out and repeatedly not in games in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And at the end, again, it's not like they got a ton of wins, but I feel better now about the team than I did earlier.
I will continue to use the analogy I've been using. I'm going to change it a little bit. I was never comfortable using chemotherapy because that's a serious thing. And the previous analogy, I would say, nobody looks forward to it, but you understand it's incredibly necessary. And in the end, if everything goes right, you got a clean bill of health, and it was a super positive thing. Nobody goes, wow, that's fun. I that's a little too heavy. So I'm going to change it to rehab for an injury. I don't think anybody who's ever suffered an injury goes, hey, I'm really looking forward to going to PT today and having some dude or lady just make me miserable for an hour or two. And then go home feeling, and then you go home and let's say it's a knee. You're icing your knee. You're elevating it. Anyone who's been through this stuff knows. Rehab is not fun for an injury. But at some point, you start progressing. The pain is less and less at the end. And hopefully at the end of your PT, some people would say, I feel better than I did before the injury. I'm in a better place before the injury. And I think that's a better way to put this year at. This was their first year of going to physical therapy, to going to rehabilitation for previous sins. It's not always fun. It hurts. It's tough to be around sometimes. But we're sitting here right now, and I think now that we're through it, I am proud of the franchise for pretty much sticking to their guns, having a direction, developing youth, being open about what their goals are and are not, and the reward, hopefully, is an impactful draft pick on a lower rookie pay scale that we can start to move forward. And Scott Perry, so far, he had a speed bump with the Dennis Schroeder thing. Not everything was perfect, but I think overall, Scott Perry's had a very good first season.
Yeah, and I think that's where people would be encouraged about the next season and what's his next moves, his next draft, his next free agency, all that. I'm excited to see what the phase 2 of his plan will be.
Me too. A couple more things from Zach LaVine on what he values at this stage of his career.
I mean, where I'm at in my career is, we want to win. I'll speak for myself, obviously. It's in the year that we wanted. It's not the year that you want individually, but, you take the cards that you dealt and you keep moving forward. And I've done that throughout my career and try to continue to get better and better each year. So, you go into the offseason, reevaluate, and, you go from there.
Accordingly, 916, the Kings had 34 different lineups this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, Jason Ross. Finally from Zach, and then we will take a break. What you going to do this summer, Zach Levine? You coming back? You opting in? You opting out?
I have a lot of control, I'll go back and talk to my representative and figure out what's the best course of action. I think that goes along with him as where, what's most important to you right now and, what makes sense. And, obviously having a player option is, it's a good thing in my camp. So we'll go back and look at everything, look at all the scenarios, watch playoffs, and see what happens.
We're going to go back and talk about what's most important to me.
I mean, where I'm at in my career is, we want to win.
I think putting those two together,
doesn't add up for Sacramento, does it?
If at this stage in his career, if the most important thing for him is to win,
it would not be here.
It would not be here. At this stage, it would not be here. He is 31 years old.
Yeah. And even when he said there, too, in the other one, we're going to watch the playoffs. I mean, that to me is there's little breadcrumbs like, hey, Team X gets knocked out earlier. They've got some cap space. We could use another scorer.
Hello. So,
I don't know.
Again,
could be wishful thinking, too, on their end. Who knows?
Trying to solve riddles.
Right.
This is not what Zach said. My guess.
They have to have an open mind.
We've got an open mind.
With a great safety net of $49 million.
I want to win.
Yeah.
If somebody out there on a team that is better than this one has an opening and I'm not taking too big of a haircut, I'd rather do that. In other words, and I don't think this is an insult or a disrespect. I do not think his first choice, all things considered, would be coming back to the Sacramento Kings next year.
Yeah, but I like the safety net term is like, if that's what I have,
yeah,
I will collect the cash and I'll do well and I'll do my best.
Yeah.
And then if that's with the Kings and I help them win or they trade me or whatever, I play out my year, I'll honor my contract.
I don't think he would come back and be mopey mopers.
I don't think so either.
But, I've been wrong before. We'll take a break. When we come back, DeMar DeRozan and Domantas Sabonis. Hey, Domantas Sabonis. He's still around?
I remember that guy.
I had not seen him in a while. We'll hear from one, if not both of them. Coming up next.
Up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Help DEA keep our communities safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, Saturday, April 25th. Take action right in your own home by cleaning out your medicine cabinet of unneeded medications. Keep them safe, clean them out, take them back. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent prescription drug misuse before it starts. That's DEATakeback.com.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Halfway through. We appreciate each and every one of you for joining us. 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 916-339-1140. Jason Ross. Chris Rillard, Carmichael Dave, and we talked yesterday how appreciative we were at the audience making us the still number one sports show in the city. I was thinking during the break, it's a really good way to end that. To play this guy's version of Smells Like Teen Spirit using Rubber Chicken. That really is a talent.
Oh my gosh, you're just lame.
Dork.
I feel like that's a talent. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you could.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do we know those chickens are rubber?
What's the difference between that and playing another musical instrument? It's just, and there's a couple times in there, he's not just squeezing the chicken. He's also like bending the chicken neck to make the notes different and kind of glide a little bit. Soar. He's got smaller rubber chickens for the higher notes, bigger rubber chickens for the bigger. Chris, I'm not saying it's the same as playing Mozart on the piano. But I think you're underestimating the talent involved. Like if I set you up with that, gave you a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah. You think if you had those same chickens and that dude was an hour.
Ah. Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Also, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that guy.
Yet.
But there's still time. DeMar DeRozan sat for, you know what? We'll save. We'll get to DeMar. I want to skip and go to Sabonis, actually, because there's a lot from Domas. Let's see. How about dealing with the injuries this season, Domas?
You guys know me. I've played through many injuries and tried to play through them. I've done it before. Thought I could do it again. But this time, right before All-Star break, I went in to check in and see what else I could do to finish the season. And they basically said, if you're coming here again in that short period of time, it's best you fix it or something worse can happen.
Okay. What?
I'm trying to walk through, you're always trying to pick up nuggets. Not Denver, but I'm trying to I'm trying to think, was it one of those injuries? We've talked about this before. Had this happened during the Beam team year? Is he playing all year? The fact that they said he could make it worse,
right?
But could he have technically done that with the whatever hand thing? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is a knee and ligaments, right? Isn't this a different? It feels and appeared different than your thumb. To me,
I think you're right. Well, what have you learned, Domas, throughout the year?
I feel like everyone, the vets, Scott's been great. It's my first time being out for so long. I feel like there's a lot of benefits, being out and really paying attention and dissecting the game. And there's a lot of things I've learned where if I was playing, I wouldn't have seen from the outside. So using that this summer will definitely help.
Okay, we'll expand on that.
How the game evolves and changes every year. There's different trends that go around and how bigs are playing or how bigs are guarding. Other stars emerging into the league and how I would have to play against them once I step back on the court. So, all these little things that it gave me time to watch other games too and really learn. So, I have a little notepad that I write things down, and then go back in summer and really focus on those things.
It really is interesting because you can't question Domas's heart and passion for the game.
Right.
He's still young enough to where he's in his prime. You got to think he's going to come back next year just absolutely a monster. And we know about the defensive limitations. We know about, in the playoffs, his lack of a bag. But he's had a lot of time to work on a few things that he could work on with the injury. He's going to have all summer. And it's just, again, I keep having this thing in the back of my head where if Scott can't move these guys or doesn't, you got a career year Zach LaVine, you got a Domas Sabonis coming back from injury, hot and hungry, you got Maxime Reynaud now backing him up, you have a power forward, and let's say they are able to come to terms with Precious Achiuwa that you didn't have throughout the McNair era, you have a healthy Keegan Murray returning. And whatever your draft pick's going to be, like there is a really wide delta for the Sacramento Kings as to what the hell they're going to be next year. I could see them being maybe not as bad as they were this year, but certainly going through a lottery pick situation again. But I could also see them fighting for the play-in if everything went, whether you consider it right or wrong, if they were healthy and these guys are on their game. We do forget there was a lot of talent on this team this year. There's a reason that payroll is up there. It just was a bad mix.
Yeah, I feel like in my mind for Scott Perry, for Doug Christie, for any decision maker about Domantas Sabonis, he comes into me as one of the trickier offseason propositions here because the reality is he has been one of the greatest Sacramento Kings.
Yes. End
of statement. Yes. I mean, they're like on your list of top 10 Sacramento Kings of all time, he's on there. To me, I don't think there's any doubt.
I don't disagree with you.
Statistically, win-loss, all accolades. But in this difficult year, one of the shining moments is finding Maxime Reynaud and Dylan Cardwell. I think everybody would agree right now Domantas Sabonis is a better player. I don't think that's a mystery.
Yes.
We don't know what those other two can become, and kind of some of the things, especially Cardwell, that they were good at were maybe an area of weakness for him, though he's got a lot of strengths, way more strengths than weaknesses. So I'm thinking of him in that realm where it's like, this is one of your best players, one of the best players you've ever had, a player you kind of traded for, not this regime, but to be an anchor piece along with Fox. And, you make changes along the way, and still could probably be that guy.
Yeah.
But also someone that could net you something in return if you could deal them.
Yeah.
And then you let those other guys kind of have their opportunity. So the thought process, let's just say it's November and Sabonis is doing fine. Not shining, but fine. It's like, I know we'll be going, why is Max not playing?
Yeah.
Could Cardwell be helping? And that's thinking an idea of taking out of one of your best players on the team that you've ever had. He's a really, I don't even know if he's tricky. It's just an interesting player to bring back because he is really good. Like at the positions across the board, the Kings have one of the best centers in the league. They don't have the best one, but they have one of the best centers.
I'd say top 5.
Yeah. That's not something you generally want to get away from. But do you?
I'd like to remind everybody that last year when he played 70 games, He averaged 19 points, 14 rebounds. By the way, his third consecutive rebounding title. 6 assists on splits of 59, 42, and 75. Now, all of a sudden, the Kings go to, I wouldn't say an embarrassment of riches, but an embarrassment of middle-class incomes.
Yeah.
Where you have, okay, here's your front lines now. Sabonis, Reno, Dylan Cardwell, Precious Achiuwa, again, assuming he comes back, Keegan Murray, DeAndre Hunter, if they slide.
Yeah.
Like, now they've got.
And maybe the pick goes there. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. So the question is now, do the Kings, as they stand right now, are not any form of contender, but now if you were to add in, if you really hit on that pick, and that pick's going to need things to surround that pick. Let's say they get Darren Peterson. He comes in, he plays point guard, and he just lights he's the next Anthony Edwards. Again, I'm being hyperbolic here, but okay. Well, now all of a sudden, do guys like Levine and Keegan and Hunter and Achiuwa and Sabonis and Cardwell and Maxime Reynaud, now does that work a lot better because you've got a facilitator and a guy that can really,
Yeah, and the other part is, I don't think we saw it much, but could you play Sabonis and Cardwell? Could you play Sabonis and Max? Sabonis, I think, prefers the 5. Okay, but are you better off with him at the 4? A lot of people think that's where he really should play. So these are all decisions they have to think about.
A lot of text from the text line. How about you trade the first-round pick and Domas Sabonis for Giannis Antetokounmpo? Okay, well, first off, I don't know that Giannis nor the Bucks would go for that. Okay. Secondly, I've been reading a lot of stuff on this, and we can get into this some other time, but I don't know, Jason, if you've taken a look at some of the info out there on post-31-year-old big men, but it is not great. Like, it is, and by the way, Giannis might be the exception, but it is not great. Obviously, he's a super stud, but it is incredibly possible that his best years are behind him, and you'd be trading Sabonis. I mean, let's really work that out. Let's say the Bucks go, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, so you just you traded Sabonis, so you got worse rebounding-wise. You got worse in your efficiencies. Giannis is better from field goal, but you're talking 62 to 59 field goal percentage. The rest is Sabonis has him. He's a better rebounder, Sabonis is, but you're getting 8 points more per game. You're not getting the assist, but it's fairly equal. And you're getting a much better defensive player. Let's not forget that. I'm not trying to discredit Giannis. It's that first-round pick. It's that first-round pick to grab a super-duper star. And now let's work that through now. Okay. Say Giannis has a pretty good year next year, plays 70 games. Where are you going? Where are you going with the declining Giannis Antetokounmpo? Is that fitting the timeline? Or are you just treadmilling now? Oh, maybe you're the 7th seed. Hey, maybe you're the 6th seed. You doing anything better than that? No. If Giannis Antetokounmpo was 26, 27, okay, let's talk about that. This isn't me saying I don't want Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is me saying I don't think that would be a smart overall move for the Sacramento Kings, and I don't think Giannis would go for that. How about the trade rumors, Domas?
Just treat it like I have, every year since I got in the NBA. I always want to get better as a player, and no matter where I am, but I'm very happy here. You all know that. And things like this, you just got to focus on my knee, my rehab, getting back to the player I am.
Well, that's pretty clear. He's happy here.
Yeah.
So it ain't that.
Right.
How about Scott Perry and Doug Christie?
Great job. There was a lot of things thrown at them this year, especially Doug as a first-time official head coach, and he managed it the best way he could, and all the guys are bought in. They listen to him, and I'm excited for the future.
I have not heard this one, but I am excited. Somebody asked him about Max Reynaud's season this year.
Yeah, he's been great. His aggressiveness, learning how to play in different situations. At first he was a lot of pick and roll with Russ in the beginning, and then you see him on the 3-point line shooting, pump faking, driving, making plays. So that's the growth you want to see. He's proved that he can be an impact in all different areas on the court.
I also don't hate the idea of Sabonis. There's only so much you can do off the floor, and let's be honest, we didn't see a lot of Sabonis this year. He was off rehabbing or doing whatever. It's not like he was with the team every day. But even if he was, there's only so much you can do off the floor. I actually like the idea of Dylan Cardwell and Maxime Reynaud learning from Domantas Sabonis. It's a pretty good guy to learn from, to add parts to your game, especially Cardwell. I think can learn a lot from him on the offensive side. But it also, again, assuming that everybody's back, it gives Doug Christie a lot. I mean, I don't think this would ever happen, but imagine a situation where imagine a lineup where you threw out, like, let's say they get, I'm just going to use Darren Peterson. It could be Acuff. It could be who, but let's say it's a point guard, right? You decide, hey, let's get silly. Let's go Acuff or Peterson, Levine, Reynaud, Sabonis, and Cardwell. Let's just get giants out there. Or, you can go small, right? And you can put a Cardwell out there and then put a Keegan or a DeAndre Hunter at the 4. Then, let's go Hunter at the 4, Keegan at the 3. Zach at the 2 and the new point guard. There's a lot of different looks, and I think that's a lot of being in a good spot as a coach is it's not just your lineup and your talent. It's also being able to react mid-game to the chess match that the other coach is going to be playing. So if he decides to put out a couple of his kings, no pun intended, and they get bigger, oh, okay, cool. Right. Well, we'll counter with this. Oh, you're going small? Sure, no problem. We've got a small lineup to counter. There were a lot of times this season, beyond just the Kings being hurt and not having a ton of talent on the floor, other teams just could go, oh, you know what, they're not going to be able to defend this pick and roll with these bigs. We're just gonna hammer them with this for 4 quarters.
Especially earlier in the year, and I thought that was one of their big problems is they were just small.
Yeah,
it was a small team. Then
Can't
when
shoot threes.
Yeah, and couldn't shoot threes. Then when they played bigger, they rebounded better. It felt more balanced. Didn't still shoot the 3 very well, and that's an area they have to address or defend it because that's where the game is going and has gone is 3-point heavy, and so Kings are really lacking in that department.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I there's a lot of 3-point shooting on the bench too. Yeah. A lot of 3-point shooting on the bench, and that's why when you look at if it does end up Darius Acuff Jr., and I do believe if they're in that range, that's who it will be. Okay, so you're bringing Levine back, you're bringing Acuff, you're bringing Keegan, DeAndre Hunter. You got a lot of 3-point potential. Now they got to make them. And I need to see a leap out of Keegan next year.
I'd agree with that.
I need to see a leap out of Keegan this year. I think we've moved past the, here's next year.
Well, yeah, next year he's jumping into that next contract level, and it's a much higher rate, so time to produce.
DeMar DeRozan talking about, you know what? I'm sorry, I missed this one. One more with Sabonis. It's hard this year, talking about what they need for next year.
It's hard this year because, like you said, there's a lot of noise going on and no one really knows what's going to happen. We'll obviously have a high draft pick, so, that also comes into play. And, we trust Scott to do the right thing.
What about what's under control for you?
There's a lot of uncertainty. I don't know what that feels like, but I can control what I control, and is, getting back to that All-NBA player that I know I can be.
Our texter who always gets mad at me for ignoring the text line from the 916. Dave, how much do they pay you to push this ridiculous hybrid rebuild narrative? I highly doubt Sabonis, Levine, or anyone else wants to waste what's left of their prime to mentor these kids. Instead of tear this down, typical dumbass Kings trying to win now. What?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you based on what we've been saying?
No. But I'm not.
I tweeted that out.
I don't get paid.
I tweeted that out yesterday. As a matter of fact, I don't know if it's the same guy or not. But somebody had said, let me find it here. He said Sac Media is paid by Vivek to defend Doug Christie. who is a clueless puppet of Vivek and got hired because of nostalgia, can't even run a offense for the past 2 seasons. And I replied to that. I said, can anyone please share what they're getting paid? I just want to make sure we're all getting similar because I got a kid in college.
Yeah, it'd be unfair if there was different wages.
Yeah, I mean, look, to be honest, and to this guy, look, we get weekly checks from the Kings, along with the script of talking points. Right. So this week it's hybrid rebuild, I think, is what he said.
Man, we haven't been doing that well enough.
No, not at all. They say, and then they listen to the shows. And we have what we call air checks every weekend. We go down to Golden One Center. They do us. They do the competition. All that. And we got to go in, and they have a big whiteboard in Scott Perry's office. Like, here's the points we want you to underline. And then I don't know if you get direct deposit or not. I actually opted for I want a big golf check. So every week I get one of those big oversized checks.
I did Bitcoin.
Did you do Bitcoin? Yeah. No, that's a good idea. I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't, other than I would say this. A great philosopher once said, there are many decaffeinated brands on the market that are, in fact, just as tasty as the real thing. Maybe give it a shot there.
One time.
Here's DeMar DeRozan on the season overall.
It's tough, man. So many guys out. We started out the season without a key guy. Another key guy dropped. It was like thing after thing after thing, trying to make adjustments in the midst of feeling like you sinking in a deep hole by losing games, frustration, so many emotions. Definitely was a lot going on.
All right. I think you'll see a couple themes here. He was asked about Doug Christie. He was asked about Doug Christie.
I don't know if a lot of people don't know. I've known Doug since I was probably 20 years old. Got a chance to meet him long time ago. And even when I came here, having the opportunity to work with him my whole summer before I came to Sac, the love and appreciation and respect I got for Doug, man, it's through the roof. I told Doug, when he got the job, every time I go out there and play, I want to, leave it all out there on the floor for him. So I'm always happy for him, regardless. I want the best for him. I want him to strive and be very successful in this business of basketball when it comes to being a head coach. So, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Look, in all fairness, I don't think any of the players are, hey, what'd you think about Doug Christie this year? Honestly, not great. Could have done a lot better. Really didn't get along. Didn't like his rotations. And, he's got a lot to work. Of course, you're going to get the whatevers. But I think when you listen to these players also, especially a guy like DeRozan, it's not just like, oh, no, it was great, and I really enjoyed working with him, and we had a great relationship. And no, it's like, dude, I met him when I was 20. This is amazing. Like, you can hear that these and by the way, I hear you out there, cynic, understandably. You're like, I don't care if they like him. I care if the guy's a good coach. I don't care. Nobody liked Red Auerbach. No, a lot of people didn't like Pat. I hear you. I think in a perfect world, though, it's nice when you have players that respect a coach, that listen to him, because it helps you do things like, hey, DeMar, you're going to the Hall of Fame. I'm going to need you to sit back on those minutes for a while because we want to see if Devin Carter's got something.
Yeah, there still can be respect for a coach but disagree with what they're doing, right? And you can be like, oh, no, I have respect. They played. I think they're trying to do their best for what they think is right for the team, but I honestly wish I was playing more. That, I think, would be really common. Where you're going, I mean, I think our history of being around athletes suggests they want to play all 48.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to happen, one. And then, hey, different plans of action happen via injuries this year, wanting to play younger guys later. I'm sure some of the veterans that were, some of the games even late when Malik was playing or DeMar was playing and the minute total went way down, maybe they didn't love that.
No.
But they still can respect what Doug is doing.
How about what's for as we finish up with tomorrow? What's going on with next year?
Yeah, I'm always optimistic with every walk of life that I go through. What needs to be done. It's a lot. It's hard to just pinpoint it at one thing. With a tough season like this, it's a lot to evaluate. It's a lot to go through. It's a lot to figure out. A lot of pieces and things that need to be, put in the right position to make, some work to be successful. So, do I have all those answers? I don't. I just try to go out there, prepare myself as best as I can, and be ready for whatever happens next.
Last Friday, Mark Jones announced his final game at ESPN after 26 years.
36.
Nope, 36. Sorry, I'm shortchanging him there. Would be Sunday, and it was. And there was a heck of a tribute and a lot of love pouring in from around the league. Mark's going to join us next to talk about his career at ESPN. And, of course, we're going to ask him whether he answers or not remains to be seen, but we're going to ask him what's going on with the future. We'll do all that next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. As you know, no case is too big for them or too small. They offer free and confidential case evaluations. And as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record of results dating back to 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. And again, he has been very, very good at his job. That's why you need to choose Gonzalez Law. The years of experience have shown it's helped many people. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. Now, if you're looking for representation, whether it's you've been involved in an auto accident, you need some help and some advice there. Maybe it's something work-related, a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case, or something that you did a long time ago that's still hanging around that's on your record that you'd like removed. Well, he can help with that. That's the good news there. It's called an expungement. Get that removed from your record, get your rights back, and get your life back in order. So Jonathan Gonzalez, a local lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento, has helped many people, can help you too. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Catch the future of San Francisco Giants baseball right here in Sacramento with the Sacramento River Cats at Sutter Health Park. See tomorrow's stars take the field today and be part of the big league journey. Get your River Cats baseball tickets now at rivercats.com.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
In conversation with Dr. Bob Jones IV, I asked him what the most significant contribution his grandfather Bobby Jones had made to the world of golf. Jones IV replied that there's no part of the game as we know it today that was not in some way influenced by Bobby Jones, and called him the most singularly important individual to have played the game. Why do we have 4 major championships? Because Bobby Jones won 4. When the professionals wanted to add a 4th professional major, they chose the Masters, a tournament founded by Bobby Jones on the course Jones built at the club he co-founded. Jones IV says the USGA's highest honor is the Bob Jones Award for Sportsmanship. Bobby Jones changed equipment, he changed golf writing, he created golf instructional videos in 1932 that are still state-of-the-art today, and he did all this without forgetting the average golfer. No part of the game has not had the mark of Bobby Jones, says his grandson Bob Jones IV, and no argument here. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sactown Sports.
Jones, your voice and singular style has been constant. 36 straight years on college football. Your NBA journey began in 1990 with NBA Today. And yes, Mark Jones, that jumper, as you would say, is wet. You have captured the start of so many journeys over the years with your NBA draft coverage. That moves into the booth. And the indelible moments, the Barack Obama interview. And yes, Mark Jones, it was for the culture. And the stars who you covered, Kobe, Duncan, Durant, the first two games of the 2022 NBA Finals, the shot by LeBron in Game 3, the OGs, you know, Mark Jones, the pillars of the sport, the stars of the next generation, the revolutionaries, and the absolute giants. And for all of us, your colleagues, and there have been many, even the great Hubie Brown, Mark Jones, what we knew night by night was that your passion and your love for the NBA would shine through. And I thank you and I love you as a colleague.
I love you like a sister, Doris Burke. I am so grateful to be able to take this journey with you and so many of my other wonderful colleagues at ESPN for 36 years.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything and wouldn't do anything differently.
A lifetime
Thank you.
of consistent excellence, and we thank you, Mark Jones.
Nice.
Still so good.
Still so good. She got through that, and seeing the both of them during the Magic and Celtics game, just kind of and all those, a lot of memories in 36 years.
Yeah,
a lot of differences. You know what? Just shoot him a call. He's Mark's trying to get in via video, and it's being goofball. We like looking at his pretty face, but we'll settle for. Yeah. We'll settle for the sweet tones of Mark Jones.
Yeah, I'm glad he got a lot of love that day. I mean, look, 36 years anywhere is incredible, and he's been a front-facing guy for a long time for ESPN, whether it's college football, certainly the NBA. I forgot some of the stuff like NBA Today way back when he used to do that, and obviously calling games for years, and to see formerly TNT crew, now the ESPN crew, Chuck and Ernie and all those guys, tribute to him. Yeah, it was just great. It was really, really well done.
Well, here we go. Joining us right now. And shockingly, would I know anything about this? He was having trouble with our Airlink and getting a connection. So we bring him in via phone, which is just fine. It's the voice as much as the pretty face, the one, the only, Mark Jones. You're on with Dave and Jason. Good morning, my man.
Hey, guys. What's going on? Yeah, I was trying to give you the whole home effect here with the video, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi here. Yeah.
No, it's
get a
us.
little janky once in a while in Florida, man. You know how it is. But
it's us. It's us, Mark. It's not you.
Yeah,
it's us.
Hey, I thought I was paying for the high-speed Wi-Fi, but you never know, man.
Well, that is true. Now that you're done with it, you got to pinch some pennies, man. Maybe pay that internet bill.
I know. Wifey and I are going to be doing a forensics on the books pretty soon here.
We were connecting with you, so you weren't listening, but we just came back from break playing the Doris Burke montage tribute to you, which we have played multiple times on the show this week, and maybe one of the most impressive accomplishments of your 36-year ESPN career was calling a basketball game after that tribute, when I know it got dusty in my living room watching it live, but to kind of push through that, just knowing the love your colleagues showed for you, had to be pretty tough.
It was virtually one of the hardest things, Dave and Jason, that I've ever done. My emotions the entire weekend were pretty heavy and raw when they started pulling up pictures of Dr. Jack Ramsey and Dick Vermeil and Brent Musburger and Jim Valvano and some of the guys that were great mentors to me early in my career. I'm not going to lie. I cried about 48 zillion times. I was crying like a baby, man. The quivering bottom lip type of ugly cry. You know what I mean? That was shameful. But, yeah, just to be able to, sit beside Doris for my last ESPN broadcast was very poetic and very satisfying and gratifying for me because she's always been a fantastic teammate and she's always had my back when it mattered most. And they actually ambushed me on that tribute at the end. I had no idea it was coming. One of several ambushes, and while she was reading it, it took all my strength to try and maintain a little bit of composure because it was so well done, and I just consider myself really grateful to have had the time I had at ESPN with 36 years with some of those people I mentioned, and I think about working with Doug Collins and being able to do the NBA Finals with Mark Jackson in 2022, and you see everything pass before you, not in a mortality type of context, but just a recap movie the entire weekend. And it was really heavy. I'm still kind of honestly coming out of a little bit of an emotional fog. When my wife and I got off the plane yesterday from Boston, we kind of looked at each other and said, wow, I said, Sarah, we made it. We made it. And it turned out to be a great game, too, after all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be able to get excited on my last game and have some pretty cool moments to document and call was a lot of fun.
Well, and for you, Mark, obviously, I mean, I'm sure you got into this job in the beginning just for the love. I mean, it's a great job. You're great at the craft and all that and the love you have for the job. But I know it's about the relationships you made along the way. And for them to chronicle that was very much of what we saw. I'm curious. I know it was probably tenfold the amount of people that had impact in your life or that you impacted that reached out to you. How did that hit when, the news got public and more people reached out to you?
Yeah, it was wild, man. Jason, some of the people that have, texted or called were really, it was really touching. I got one of the most random ones was I got a voice message from Stephon Marbury on Instagram. Yeah, just he spent like 2 minutes just talking about my career and how I was able to interact with him early in my career and during his career in New York when he was with the Knicks and when he was in Phoenix. And, I got a very heartfelt message from Adam Silver on Sunday and, some coaches and players around the league that saw me grow from the very beginning. Doug Collins, another one, people that are, that are watching at home. And it was wild, man, to hear them reflect back on something for me that felt like just yesterday, but in seeing all the video, it was 36 years ago. It was 36 years ago, a long time. I've been at ESPN for more than half my adult life, which is wild. And before our game on Friday, guys, Draymond Green came up to me, and he's like, Jonesy, he goes, congratulations, man. 36 years. And I said, yeah, Dre, 36. He goes, man, that's how old I am. I'm like,
Ouch.
Oh, thanks.
Ouch. Mark Jones joining us. So you squeeze out the pocket square, which I'm sure came in handy during the tribute.
Yeah.
And you're aware that you're on the air with us on the flagship for the Sacramento Kings, and we are in Sacramento. I'm looking at the text line. I'm looking at the YouTube chat and all the messages we've received all week. Now I'm gonna leave this 100% to you because we brought you on to celebrate you and love on you a bit. But
appreciate it.
I'm just simply, what I'm gonna ask, and I'll try to make it as light as possible. What you doing next year?
I'm sitting on that fastball, baby, high and inside.
just curious if you got any future plans for anything,
I'll say this. I absolutely love, and have loved and continue to love being in Sacramento for the last 6 years and being the voice of the Kings on the play-by-play front behind the microphone and working with Katie and working with our director, Mike Bird, and our producer, Jace Griggs, and walking up and down L Street and J Street and Fifth and interacting with the fans. I absolutely love Sacramento, and I have enjoyed myself, not just professionally. It's been great for me, growth-wise, professionally, as a play-by-play guy, but even more so personally, Sacramento, to feel that there is life beyond ESPN, because there are a lot of people, guys, that have been at ESPN for a bunch of years that, I don't mean this in a negative way, that wander, that don't leave because they're afraid of the uncertainty of leaving ESPN. And, it's something that I find out in being with the Kings, that there's a great life beyond the campus of ESPN and beyond the walls of ESPN. And I learned that in 2020 in joining the Kings. And it is my hope that we will work something out, and I'll be back on the microphone for a while to come in Sacramento, because I've enjoyed my time. The organization has been great to me. Vivek, Stacey Wegzin, Joel Terry, who first brought me there, Devin Fox with NBC Sports California, everybody from the top all the way through. They have been so great to me in giving me the feeling that I am seen and heard, that I'm seen and heard. And that partnership has been beyond my wildest dreams. And I never knew that being a local play-by-play guy would be as much fun as it is. It's given me a whole different prism to see the NBA, to be able to be entrenched with a team at home and on the road, and to attend. The Sacramento Kings give me fantastic access, and I treat that access with incredible discernment to be able to tell the stories of the players and the coaches and the staff, and to explain to the team what's going on, and to help the fans know what they're seeing when they're seeing it, and help them to cheer for our guys from game to game. So, yeah, my hope, Dave and Jason, is that I'm back with Sacramento, because I absolutely love it, and I need to be able to go to McCooney at least once or twice a week.
There you go, Tara.
Yes.
There you go, Tara.
Well, Mark, it's funny that you say this. I'm thinking about, obviously this last weekend was a great reflection point for you to think about your 36-year journey at ESPN. And I'm thinking on that line, I don't know, let's pick a year, 1998, 2004, 2012. Could you have ever imagined in your journeys traveling all the NBA and all the college games that you go, you know what? And you'd been to Arco and you'd been to Golden One, that this Sacramento spot might be a place for me, and you've spent your time here. Like, it's kind of amazing that of all the teams, this is the one that kind of grabbed you and grabbed hold of you like this.
Wow. Yeah, because, I've been to Sacramento a bunch for, NBA games at Arco and WNBA games with the Monarchs. I called the W for a long time and enjoyed, Tisha Penichero and Yo Griffith and calling their games. And ironically, I was the first network broadcaster to broadcast a game at Golden One Center where it first opened in 2016, a preseason game, I believe, with the against the San Antonio Spurs. So, yeah, little did I always had a fondness for Sacramento. Just the city vibe with a kind of small town overtones because of the intimacy that the fans have with the players. And that was always something that kind of jumped off the page at me. So, sometimes the basketball gods collude and bring the forces together to work it out the way it's supposed to be. And I feel like I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be right now, and that's in Sacramento.
Well, we will. I'll wrap saying this, Mark. I'm We're always very transparent. You know, when you first got here, I knew all about your credentials, and I'd watched you forever. It was not the easiest thing because, I'm just being honest here, the person you replaced was a massive mentor to me, and we don't need to get into all of that. But you and I have had a lot of off-air conversations, and I just selfishly appreciate your grace and your humility and your and your competitive streak, if you will. You're winking a nod at the world sometimes.
Right.
I've enjoyed, and I know that Kings fans have enjoyed, not just you, your the fact that our vocabulary usually gets a little bit better. We understand the heat of fish grease, and everything. And you've done it kind of the opposite. You know, everybody seems they do the local stuff because they're trying to step up to ESPN. And you were in Canada doing the Blue Jays and the magazine show and all that in your history. And boom, you have built this entire national career, and then hopefully, I'm selfish. You kind of land that plane in Sacramento. And I imagine the stress levels, the travel levels, the social media levels in your future will be a lot more relaxing. And I hope that makes you and your family very happy. Yeah, it does. It does, Dave. And I want to thank you for being so kind when I first arrived in Sacramento when the plane landed at Sacramento International Airport, and touching base with you and Jason were extremely kind to me, and that's something that I'm very grateful for and very appreciative of. And my mission is to be able to, as long as I'm on the microphone with the Kings, to be a curator of the Kings culture, because I think it's a very unique culture across the NBA landscape. As somebody who's been covering the NBA for 36 years plus, I don't see any other place out there like Sacramento, and I have an obligation to be able to be the curator of that culture and do it to the best of my ability. And I truly believe that's my best days are ahead, guys. There's still a lot of fuel in the tank. So I'm a workaholic. So every game that I'm with Katie, I'm always scratching and sniffing and conversing, and I love bringing the locker room out onto the court and into the broadcast to give the fans what they deserve in Sacramento. Well, here's to, we've got the Jerry Reynolds Media Entrance, and we have the Gary G-Man Gerald Media Center, and maybe one day we'll have the Mark Jones work in the club lounge. Hey, that'd be appropriate. Yes. All right, brother. Hey. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on. Have a great offseason. I'm sure we'll be talking. And seriously, man, congratulations on everything, and I hope you're here for a long, long time. Yeah, no, you guys, the last 6 years have been a great part of my journey. You really have. I don't know if Sacramento really realizes how entrenched I am in the city and the fandom there and what it means to me. One of the highlights of my career, somebody asked me this, and I'll leave you with this. One of the highlights of my career was calling Game 1 at Golden One Center against the Warriors in the playoffs several years ago. And the vibe in there was a high that very few times I've ever experienced. So, we're going to get there again. Better days ahead. Yep. Golden One Center, the mic is yours.
Thanks, Mark.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
you got it.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you, man.
fellas.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And I don't know, for me, the most iconic call he's had. So it's always the Jazz game.
Yeah. Well, more to come.
Knock on wood. We'll take a break. When we come back, as we head towards the final hour of the program, what's hot, what's not, we will go streaking as well. Then top of the hour, we'll get to DeAndre Hunter, Malik Monk, and more. We'll do that next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
With Popeye's new $6 faves menu, you can get this 3-piece chicken, this 3-piece tenders, this chicken sandwich, or these 2 regular sides for just $6 a piece. I know you can't see what I see, but trust me, those bold Louisiana flavors look so good, you might just have to get them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Price may vary. Terms apply.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hot. Bless you.
Thank you.
Times 2.
Times 2.
AL MVPs.
AL MVPs.
Oh, do tell.
Last night, Aaron Judge and Mike Trout each hit 2 home runs. That is only the second time in Major League Baseball history where 2 3-time MVPs each hit multiple home runs in the same game. Do you know when the last time was?
No.
Hold on.
Aaron Judge and Mike Trout.
Is that right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Aaron Judge didn't have 3 MVPs last time he played.
Was Barry Bonds one of them?
No.
Was Mickey Mantle one of them?
No.
Was Babe Ruth?
No.
It's never happened.
It has happened. Because that last night was the second time it's ever happened.
So you're saying it's happened?
Has it happened before, though?
Yes.
Oh.
3 times. Was Frank Thomas? No, he wasn't a 3-time.
What?
What? Oh, God. Frank Thomas. Was he a 2-time MVP? 1 time.
Was Jim Thome.
Who was it? Unless you're... I don't know.
June 21st, 1956, Stan Musial and Roy Campanella each hit 2 home runs.
Wouldn't have gotten it.
That was my next guess.
Roy Campanella was a 3-time. Wow.
Chris made that up.
I think he kind of did.
Yeah.
I
didn't vote for him.
Yes. He was not on my ballot.
I had fatigue.
By the way, spoiler alert on streaking. In there, by the way. I was asked during the break, Jason, hey, it was a question for both of us on social media. What do you know now about getting older you didn't know 20 years ago?
That I know now?
Yeah, like what would you tell, or what has surprised you, or that you've noticed? I've had time to think about it. I'll give you mine while you think about yours. You got to worry about a lot more hair.
Oh.
Yeah, hair growing out of my ear, my nose. Yeah, I got to have that little trimmer. That wasn't always a problem.
I would say
I got a hair that grows out the tip of my nose that I have to pluck. My wife will just grab and pluck. Yeah, she loves that stuff.
Set the screen.
Exactly.
I would say that I did not. I think I heard people say this, but like you'll just randomly get a twinge or a soreness, or I sleep and I wake up and I'm like, oh, how did I hurt my back? Or get out of a chair funny.
Getting injured sleeping is absolutely
just something weird. Got out of the car. Oh, whatever, something weird, and it may not last, but it's just something that you're like, what was that?
Also, yeah, you know what, Jason, you're right. Making random noises when you sit or stand up too. That's becoming more of a thing I'm noticing. Like I'll just when I get out of the car, the car I drove today is a lower vehicle, so I'll like get home and I'll get out and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah,
and I don't even try to do it.
That's the Mercedes.
Shut up.
That's not that low.
It's like let's not act that it's not like a 20-something-year-old car. Okay, that gets me from point A to point B. Yeah, like I'm driving a Ferrari.
Yet.
It's at the other house.
Oh, by the way,
the Manhattan apartment.
Speaking of Jason, I mean, this is you want to move to Indonesia?
No.
For $283,000. This doesn't really work on the radio, but you can get this villa in Indonesia.
What am I doing with that?
You're swimming.
Okay.
You're living. Everything's cheap. I don't know what Indonesian food's like, but I'll bet you it's awesome.
You think?
It's probably hot and humid there, though. Bali, Indonesia. I don't know. Isn't Indonesia like a nice place to live? Didn't I hear that somewhere? Do we have any Indonesians or people that have lived in Indonesia out there that can give us advice?
React.
I mean, there's usually a reason stuff's cheap, but let's just look right now. Today's high is 83 degrees, and the humidity is a nice 93%.
Oh.
Sticky.
Oh, my God. And that's they're above the equator, right? Are they? I don't know. Are they like Australia opposite seasons? Or is this like, because if that's freaking spring,
it's over there.
Lord.
I think they're close to the equator.
All right.
It's not.
Friendly advice to the chat. Let's relax on the politics, please. And thank you. And that's anyone. Who's not?
The bottom 6 teams of the NBA.
Okay. That is true. But why so?
They had a combined winning percentage of 187 after the All-Star break. That is the lowest combined winning percentage post-All-Star break among the bottom 6 teams in NBA history. But if the Kings did not go 10-16 since the All-Star break, which is a game better than the Warriors,
it was,
they would have had a 168 winning percentage.
Kings elevated.
Kings basically carried the tankers on their back.
The best record besides the Kings were the Nets at 5-24.
And the Kings were what?
10-16.
Oh, they're tanking. All right, let's go streaking, please.
Okay.
It's time to go streaking.
That's it.
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking.
Jason Ross.
All right, Dave, you're at 2. I'm at 0. Chris is at 1. Dave, you took one hell of a model American, Aaron Judge.
Oh, did he do anything yesterday?
Yeah, he did. He got up 3 times. He got 2 hits, 3 RBI, 2 home runs.
Oh, my goodness.
The first 2 homers of the year.
We have all risen. That's great.
Good pick.
You're excited.
I was.
Feel these elbows.
Bats.
Yeah, there you go.
I went to the game last night, so I said I'm dedicating myself to a athletic from West Sacramento. And I took Nick Kurtz. He got up 3 times. He got 0 hits.
Oh, yeah.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
Well, good thing Chris went on his own because he also picked from that A's game. He took Nick Kurtz.
How did he do?
Oh, for Chris, he went 0 for 3.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
So, Dave, you're at 3, the show leader right now. You can't pick Max Muncy, Shohei Ohtani, or Aaron Judge.
I can't. All right. Why don't you give moi
your first 4-game hitting streak of the year if you can?
You know what? Not the country, the player. Give me Correa. Carlos Correa.
Okay. I, for the first time this year, and I'm going to be a day late, I'm sure, I'm taking Aaron Judge.
Hey.
Chris?
Gotta do this one for me, Billy McGarnagle.
Take Kevin McGonigal of the Detroit Tigers.
All year, just
until Jackson Holiday comes back.
He's gotten a hit from me every time.
Good for me, Billy.
Gotta do this one for me, Billy McGarnagle.
We got to find him some other players that have sound bites.
Yeah, right. Like, we need, like, Donovan McGruber to come up from AAA.
Oh, do we?
No, we don't.
He will never end.
Final hour of the program coming up next. We will talk. We'll hear from DeAndre Hunter, Malik Monk. We got
Billy.
We got what's on deck.
Gotta go.
Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. But right now,
where you going?
Oh, grab some notes here. So I want to get these things correct. You know, Hoblet does some pretty amazing things, and I love talking about them to you each day. Spring is, the spring flowers are flowering. April showers are showering. Hoblet's mission from day one for you is to just slash high prices. At Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland, you can take advantage of the weather coming up, and really it's already here. Going to be a beautiful day today. You can get 4.99% financing for up to 84 months on all new vehicles in stock. And guess what? All those factory rebates that you usually have to choose one or the other. Nope, you get them all. All of them, I say. When you finance with Hoblet's preferred lender, that 4.99% financing. Why wouldn't you? You keep all the factory rebates. Not one or the other. Only Hoblet fights tooth and nail and everything else to get you a deal this good. You can search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com. And remember, as always, unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a very quick break. 1 minute, guys. We'll come back with more exit interviews next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he
did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back.
I got a few bucks if you need them.
Yeah. Final hour of the program. Is Kayla still with us?
Yeah, I think she's back today.
Back today?
I believe so.
I gotta say, I was just getting used to her, and then I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks. It's true. I don't think I've seen her in over 3 weeks.
She's missed like 3 shows.
Oh, I'm saying I haven't seen her in 3 weeks. You know, but yeah, she's
back.
What did Matt say yesterday? Girls trip to
I think they to your area, L.A.
Oh, why doesn't she get it? Kayla loves LA. Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
She doesn't talk about it as much as you.
I don't talk about it
all the time. Several references today.
Let's give him something. Bow. Will Ferrell. Exit interviews.
Yes.
What's going on with this mic, dude?
I don't know.
So far today, if you've missed the show, if you've missed, let's see, we heard from, we talked to Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis. We talked to Mark Jones.
Yes.
You know, maybe you're tuning in right now and you're like, oh, man, I missed it. Well, you know what? Good news. Go to YouTube, Sactown Sports page. Go to the app, Sactown Sports app. It's all available there for you. Remember back in the day, if you miss something, well, that's it.
It's gone.
What was one of your friends going to be recording it on their cassette tape?
Who does that?
Nobody. Unless you have a kid doing a 9 to midnight show.
Yeah. Where are those tapes now?
I'm not trying to name drop, but now you're making me think of my parents. Who, by the way, my mom just... Did you hear that ding? That was my mom.
Yes,
my mom just texted me a link for Where is Indonesia? Thanks, Mom. I was on the phone with my mom and dad.
Oh, after you delivered the soup?
No, I hadn't made it yet.
But you delivered that?
No, today. Can everyone just calm down? Anyways, my mom was. They were on the way. They were on the way home from my mom's kidney dialysis, and I'm on the phone, and and I won't say who, but it was somebody was calling me, and I had to answer the phone. It was a Kings person. I had to answer. You don't not pick up the phone for that. And I told my dad, I'm like, hey, I'll call you back. Such and such is calling. I gotta go. My dad's just like, oh, sure. And then when I called him back finally, like 20 minutes later, he's like, oh, you make this stuff up probably. I don't know. Like, Dad, I'm not making up people to get off the phone with you so I can call you back 20 minutes later. You just know that because I'm not going to get off there's like not a lot of people that will want to.
Not a bad plan.
I mean, well, why would I want to postpone the talk? Just get it out. It's like going into the phlebotomist and they're drawing blood. Let me stop it. Well, now I'm making it sound like talking to my parents is like giving blood. I'm just saying, why would I want to extend that? I'd have the talk right there. Stop guilting me, Dad. I'll bring you damn soup and talk about Indonesia. And we'll talk about DeAndre Hunter. Interesting to hear from DeAndre Hunter. Hey, how was your Kings experience?
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Short.
I got here, I landed, I unpacked, and I almost got my eye poked out.
Yeah.
And then I missed the rest of the year. Probably not what either of them were looking for when the trade happened.
Like that phrase, which is a terrible phrase, beats a stick in the eye. It's like, that's
no,
what
he got it kind of stuck.
Aren't you scheduled for the same operation, Jason, after what Matt did to you yesterday?
Yes.
It's a great point right there.
I see 4 Daves right now.
Here is, is that really something you want to fix? Hey. Here's
desperately haven't yet.
Here's DeAndre Hunter on
Weird thing is you're wearing different outfits in each one.
And I'm topless in the other. Here's DeAndre on the injury. There's a visual for you. Here's DeAndre in the injury.
It definitely was scary. I never had an eye injury to this extent. Just practically not being able to see for a few weeks definitely was tough, but I think I made a full recovery. Got cleared a few days ago, so I can, resume basketball activity. So I think I made a, complete and successful recovery.
That's good. That had to be scary.
We talk about players a lot in the abstract, and they get paid millions and fly on private. We get it. Still humans.
Mm-hmm.
That would freak me out. Like, I've been poked in the eye. You've been poked in the eye. Whatever. We've all had eye pokes or whatever to our eyes. That sucks. It is not fun.
Yeah, nothing quite like that, though.
Now that's what I'm saying. Like, just an eye poke. Everybody's been poked in the eye or worse. Yeah. Three Stooges, all of that.
Yeah.
This was not that. This was like, dude, are you going to see? Is like when people have like bloody eyeball. Oh, my God. Like, he had blood coming out of his eye socket. That's freaking scary. Now, especially when you're still a player in your prime and you kind of need to see.
Yes.
For your job.
One pretty important detail.
He's not in a career of feeling fabric with his hands. He's a basketball player. Well, I mean, I guess technically you're playing defense, but you get my point.
Gotcha.
A detached retina. Not cool, man.
No, and, it's a brand new team. Let's remember his year. Like, he was traded to Cleveland, and, they were really excited about the trade. Just wasn't playing as well with the Cavs. So it was kind of another opportunity here, and he plays a game in a few minutes and then done for the year.
A detached retina is when the retina, a thin layer of tissue at the back of the eye responsible for processing light, separates from the underlying supportive tissue. The condition is considered a medical emergency because the retina cannot function properly when detached, leading to a risk of irreversible vision loss if not addressed quickly. He suffered the injury on a basketball court in front of 17,000 people.
Right.
Now, he also suffered the injury on a basketball court in front of 17,000 people with a bunch of super good medical professionals and a Kaiser Permanente.
The best people you can have.
Yeah, thank goodness. So, yeah, that's going to throw you a little bit. But was it a lost opportunity?
I think it's a lost opportunity only on the court. I still had a chance to, bond with the guys in the locker room. And, when you're on the bench, you get to, really watch. And so I got a lot of time basically to watch film on the guys and, see what they, like to do and see, what guys are good at and not. So obviously I didn't get to play, but I think I still got a good feel for, the team and how it operates.
Okay.
He's also a little bit of one of those players, back to the mystery about him, because one, we barely saw him as a King. Two, for so long, we've been talking about this team needing more wings, more length, more long arm athlete type guys. He's that. And so it's like, where can he play with Keegan? Is he in place of Keegan? Is he a backup to Keegan? Like, where is his role for this team in the 26-27 season?
In case you forgot, since really we saw nothing of him, DeAndre Hunter picked 4th in the 2019 draft. He is 28 years old, will not be 29 until December 2nd, still in his prime. And this is a guy that at his peak averaged 19 points, 4 boards, 1.5 assists, but really known as well for his defensive capabilities. And he is a true wing. You now have depth at the wing. You have depth in the front court. And really, I mean, talk about turning the team on its ear. You just don't really have depth at point guard,
right?
Which was the big problem in the backcourt for a while. So finally from DeAndre Hunter, what is needed for next year?
Yeah, I'm always optimistic with every walk of life that I go through. What needs to be done. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's hard to just pinpoint it at one thing. with a tough season like this, it's a lot to evaluate. It's a lot to go through. It's a lot to figure out. A lot of pieces and things that need to be, put in the right position to make, something work to be successful. So, do I have all those answers? I don't. I just try to go out there, prepare myself as best as I can, and be ready for whatever happens next.
I was saying that was DeMar.
What was?
That.
What? Yeah, that was DeMar. Yeah. I played that because I thought it would be interesting to hear DeMar's thoughts on next year.
Yeah,
and then
got that.
Kind of counter those with what DeAndre Hunter thinks, having spent the bulk of his Kings career so far watching what he thinks about next year.
Obviously, I say we'll be, we could be really successful. Guys put the work in, guys come back with the, winning mentality. And, I think we just kind of got to flush this year. It is what it is. Didn't have a great year, but we just got to, look forward to the future and, try to build something, if not that year, then the next year, that we could just keep building on.
See?
There you go.
There's a method.
That was a compare and
contrast.
contrast.
That was compare and contrast.
Yeah, I got it.
So, they go, oh, well, DeMar feels this way. Well, how's DeAndre feel?
Yeah, now we know.
Trying to discipline a chat as well, by the way. Yeah, not discipline, but there's starting to get some of the. I thought this was America. I can talk what can't talk what. This is America. I won't talk about. Malik Monk.
Mm-hmm.
We all love Malik.
Yes.
I'm old enough to remember when we got a bunch of bribes together to keep him here.
That's right.
Remember that?
Glorious.
Malik Monk, we'll talk first about, trying to win games.
We were together. We were trying to win. And yeah, those two is really the biggest things that we were out there competing and trying to win, even though sometimes it didn't look like it. We have miscommunication on defense and it looked like we're not trying. But yeah, just that we were out there actually trying to win the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, Malik was never anything about the taking at all.
No.
He's like, no, dude.
No.
And also, I don't think Malik could lie if he tried.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he could.
Right.
He just for
tells
better or
it like
for
it
worse,
is.
and I think it's always for better, but he just says what's on his mind and does not care. And I love that about him. Here's Malik on Doug Christie.
His first year being a head coach, he definitely grew a lot, especially with just talking to the players, coming to us, letting us know things, what we need to do better, like as individuals. So yeah, he grew a lot with that. Then just him being a player, he kind of seen where we was coming from with some things we do, and he kind of adjusted his schedule, adjusted his way of thinking. So yeah, he grew a lot this year.
Yeah, I think Doug has referenced that too. I know he would highlight a couple times in his career how much he appreciated Rick Adelman, where Rick Adelman might say, give them, that experienced group of Kings, some freedom. Like, all right, this is the way we want to cover this, but what are you sensing out there? Like, yeah, it's different. We need to do it this way. And it's like, all right, well, let's do it that way.
Yeah.
And so Doug has kind of taken some of those same principles. Like, look, I know what we prepared for. I know what we've done in film. I do see what I'm seeing out there, but you're living it. And he gave some of that freedom to the players.
And also you could see, when you talk about tangible growth and this and that and whatever, we thought his head was actually going to explode in the post game.
First like 10 games, 15 games.
And
that was not a healthy Doug.
Imagine if Doug had not been able, little did he know, I mean, maybe he did, I don't know, but little did he probably know that, that was only going to get worse record-wise. Like, here you go. You still got 72 more games of this, Douglas Dale. And thank God I don't know if it's the smelling salts, if he started running 30 miles a day. I don't know how he found a way to release that anger, but he figured it out.
Yeah, I don't know this for a fact. I haven't talked to Doug. I probably will ask him about this at some point, maybe in the offseason. But I know for a fact that Doug talked to a lot of coaches in the offseason. The coaches in different, he told us, I think, at Media Day that he, spent some time with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Tomlin. I know he spent some time with other coaches just around that have been successful at different walks of life. And I bet they shared a variety of different things, different ways. And it almost felt like Doug early on was taking maybe some of the things that he heard from other coaches and started doing like, hey, you got to lay down the law. You got to be this way. You got to be tough, or whatever it was. Because I didn't feel like that was Doug personally. I mean, obviously it was him that was saying those things.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. But like you and I have gotten to know Doug. I'm like, gosh, this doesn't seem like him to me. And I think he's become more of himself. Mm-hmm. And I think that's good. You got to coach who you are. Now, if that's good enough, not good enough, then
go down by being you.
Yeah. And so I think at the beginning, it wasn't like he was playing a role, but I think maybe he had heard maybe from a couple different people, like, this is the way it worked for me. And maybe Doug started to try it that way. I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I can make it through 82 being a screamer, yeller, unacceptable. We can't do it this way. At the end, it looked more like him. I think he's generally a positive person, a happy person. And it's like, look, he's a competitor. Don't get me wrong. Like, he is a fierce competitor. But I think he kind of found more of a groove, like, I can still teach, I can still show, I can still be encouraging, but also get results.
And not have my head explode.
Exactly.
Malik Monk on the young guys.
Dylan Cardwell. All the celebrations, man. All the young guys, actually. Actually, the whole group, we were just a happy group. Joked a lot, liked being around each other. So, yeah, it was just, off the court was amazing.
The young guys were really the highlight of the year for me. That was, I'm trying to think, like, have Cardwell, Neek, obviously Reyno, just rookies. So this time the Kings had 3 rotational rookies that all came up in the same year.
I mean, is it back to what we talked about with, like, Vonner, Mays, Simmons?
But I feel
Oswell?
like maybe it's just recency bias. I feel more excited about these guys than I did about them. I mean, Simmons aside. Simmons was great. No offense to the other guys, but
who was with Isaiah when he was the last pick? Was that Cousins?
Yeah, it's DeMarc. It's okay.
I mean,
that's pretty
so
good.
Two,
that's pretty good.
That's 2. But
you got 2 All-Stars.
Yeah.
In the same draft. Yeah. Wait, was Isaiah?
Not an All-Star here.
That's right.
But
2 All-Star caliber.
Yeah, he played great here.
He played great. And then here's Malik Monk on Scott Perry.
I had a lot of conversations with Scott. Love what he's doing. It's about the team. It's about us. And when he first signed, he called me. Told me to come talk to him. And no GM has done that as soon as they sign. As soon as he got into town, he called me, let me know to come talk to him. And since then, I've been texting him. He called me, I call him. He's going to answer, give you a straightforward answer. So I think that's the things you look for in a GM, not trying to hide what we're doing, what's going on. If you got a question, he'll answer it. So, yeah, he's doing a great job.
Speaks his mind.
He does. He does. And I think that tracks about Scott Perry. Reaches out to people, very connected.
He's very much
relationship-based.
I feel like Scott Perry and Mark Jones are very similar in the sense that they will create relationships with and we talked to Scott, and like, I'm just telling you, wait for this draft to come up. And the amount of people, amount of players in this draft that's like, well, I used to run marathons with his dad, or I coached in 1989 with his dad, or I've known him since he was 5. I used to play golf with his uncle. There's so many of those interconnected, deep relationships, and then there's some people that are just like, nope, that's my little circle, and I don't need any part of you being a part of it. Hey, Malik, what's wrong?
I mean, that's not my job to look and see what the team can do better. I'm just a part of the team, and whatever's said from the heads up is what I go out there and try to do. But I can't say what went wrong, what we can do better, what Scott can do better, what DC can do better, what the players can do. I can't just sit up here and point one thing out.
It's not my job.
Yeah. Well, he's right on that. But they all have to deal with whatever changes happen. And I think that's where if you're open in your communication, if you're Doug, if you're Scott, I think people still in general appreciate the honesty. No one, if it's bad news, hey, we're moving you, we're trading you. I'm thinking about Scott Perry, who signed someone like Dennis Schroeder, the importance of that signing to him. That was the first guy he traded. I mean, one of his first signings and then his first trade. It was like, well, different plan. So it doesn't mean did whatever. It's just like, look, he's trying to make this team better. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's hard sometimes to separate, hey, it's not personal, because it's not. But sometimes it's hard not to take things personally.
The point you bring up is great, because honestly, when we get to the thing about Scott Perry, I go a little bit against the grain. Like, the Dennis Schroeder thing was one of my favorite things he's done from start to finish.
Okay, signing him and trading him? Okay.
Love it. Because I can appreciate somebody that fails fast, that doesn't get their ego involved. Yeah. He signed Dennis Schroeder. He didn't know he was going to have Westbrook. They didn't have another point guard on the team. He didn't want to throw a rookie coach out there without somebody that could run the offense. Dennis Schroeder is a vet who can run offenses and has a good reputation with the teams he's played for the most part. He brings in Dennis Schroeder. Oh, hey, here's Russ Westbrook like 5 minutes later. Okay, cool. Schroeder's the starter. Well, Westbrook outplays him. Schroeder doesn't have a role here, or his role is diminishing. They go and try to bring him off the bench. Okay, that's fine, but that's not really what he wanted, to play on the bench for a team in the Kings that's got no shot at the playoffs. Okay, cool. Well, I signed him. I signed him to a deal that's probably a little more than he wanted, and people say, well, that was, they overpaid for Dennis Schroeder. Of course they did. It's Sacramento. They suck. You got to overpay sometimes when you suck. If you're Sacramento and you don't suck, okay, that's fair. Or if you suck, but you're LA, New York, Chicago, Toronto, Miami, fine. It's Sacramento. So they overpay so they can have a point guard. And it took them all of like 20 minutes to be like, this ain't working. Less than, I think, half a season, or right around exactly half a season. He traded him. I'm glad. I like to see that. I hope that's a way he thinks long term. He's not going to worry. He wasn't sitting there going, it's my first signing, and if I trade him, I'm going to get all this bad press, and people are going to hold it against me. He's like, is this best for the team? Yes. Okay, I'm going to do it, and I don't care what people say. It's adversity, and when mistakes are made, that I think shows true character a lot more than when everybody can be a great winner. Everybody can be classy when you just made the putt on 18 to win the Masters. You can absolutely do that. What happens when you quintuple bogey 16 and you got to face the music after that and you blew the shot?
Right.
That was his adversity. I thought he handled it as quickly and as painlessly as possible. Some may disagree, but I think big picture-wise, I was a lot more fine with that. We'll take a break. When we return, What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. And we got some play-ins tonight. Play-ins. We'll talk about that next.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble? Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your Toyota's been through a lot with you. Traffic, rain, potholes, you name it. But it keeps showing up mile after mile. So maybe it's time to give a little back. For a limited time at your local Toyota dealer, get 3 new tires and get the 4th for $1. Because a ride that's always there for you deserves to be taken care of. 3 tires, get the 4th for $1? Go on. Treat your Toyota. Deal ends April 30th. Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Restrictions apply. Toyota and Scion vehicles only. See participating Toyota dealers for details.
A's fans, the 2026 season is here, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season, packed with theme days, giveaways, and fireworks nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB?
Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is gonna be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Wait, which one are we doing? We're not streaking. We're going What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
What's on what?
What's on deck?
Deck. What is on deck? Rangers A's game 2.
Yep. Got to even up that series. Get back into first.
Yeah, you will not be there.
I'm not.
A's will have a chance.
They will win.
What was the combined score?
I have been to 2 A's games this year. They have lost 19-1.
It was great.
Only 2 home losses, 11-0 and 8-1 yesterday.
Why do you hate the A's, Chris?
I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Giants at Reds. Let's take a quick check on the Giants season.
Giants.
Greds. Giants. Roads. They're 6-10. They are 6 games back of the Dodgers.
Got them right where they want them.
They
haven't played them yet.
They've been official.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Hey, give me some breaking news, Bed, here real quick. I'm going to give you some breaking news.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports Breaking News.
April 14th, 2026, I have learned, or should I say Sactown Sports, that's what you're supposed to say. The San Francisco Giants have been eliminated from the National League West title contention. Calling it right now. 6 games back of the Dodgers. Ain't happening.
Okay.
Nope.
Haven't played them yet.
Well, yeah, that's true. You only have 144 games left in the season.
Better get hot.
Heat Hornets. The Heatnets tonight. Winner goes to the second playing game. Lose or go home. You're gone. You're out. Blazers at Suns. The Bloods. Winner is the 7 seed and gets the Spurs. Loser will play the winner of the 9-10.
Yeah, 7-8. What an advantage to get to that game because just
really
you have that second opportunity if you were to lose, and if you were to lose, you get it at home as well. So
Heat Hornets. Would you say must win for both teams?
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
It hasn't happened yet. How many games did the Suns win by chance? Or the other 7 seed, which is Philly.
Let's see. The Suns, as the 7th seed in the West, were 45 and 37.
Okay.
The Philadelphia 76ers, as the 7th seed, were 45 and 37.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know. I guess my question would be 1 year, if it happens, and probably will just over history. If like a 7 seed is like a 52-win team.
Right.
And they lose the 2 games. It's like they're in the playoffs all these other years. And we're doing the play-in because of tanking, and we're getting a 10th team that maybe has 37. Like, what are we doing? But hasn't happened yet.
Interestingly enough, the 8 and the 9 seed in the West, the Trailblazers and the Clippers, both have the exact same record.
42?
42 and 40.
Okay.
And in the East, the 7 and 8, the Sixers and Magic, are both 45 and 37. And the 5 and the 6, Toronto and Atlanta, are both 46 and 36. So, I mean, that's 2, 4, 6 teams combined, exact same record, just playing against each other.
Well, I know
tie-breaking.
How you would answer this if you were the Kings, but I'm going to ask you this if you were the Warriors, who are the 10th, who are below 500, who, let's just say, they were able to win the first game, and they won the second game, and that reward would be a series with OKC.
Yeah.
Would you rather have that or be in the lottery?
Now, you're asking me if I was a Warriors fan? You know exactly what I'd be saying. If this was the King, lose, baby.
Yeah.
Just lose.
Yep.
Oh, cool. You lost a chance at winning the lottery, or even not winning the lottery, moving
Picking
up and
9th, 10th,
yeah.
and
Oh,
4th.
so you could what? You could maybe win a play-in game and then get spanked by. Well, there's always a chance. No, there's not.
So you would tank the plan.
Yep, 100%, 1,000%. I would take the play-in. 1,000 trillion billion % would. So much better. Oh, you play to win the game. Shut up, Herm. I hate that saying so much, dude. It's been so misconstrued. You play to win the game. It's been so misconstrued.
You play to improve your chances at winning the lottery in a future great pick.
I think I honestly would have no problems had Herm Edwards said you play to win a championship. That's why you play.
Also, football's different.
It is. It is.
Basketball's different.
Also,
basketball's by itself. I think it's the only one like this. I mean, baseball.
Well, because there's no lottery, yeah. But no. For example, no.
The WNBA has a lottery.
If they just had it yesterday, as a matter of fact.
6 Bruins. Hello.
Yeah, hi. No, 100%, dude. If my 49er jersey the opposing team, like,
you got to get that left tackle from Baylor.
Let's go. Give me that number, especially if there's some stud quarterback. Oh, you won your final game of the year. Yay.
So
cool, it cost you a pick.
The Niners' last game was against the Rams.
Rams fan, baby. Let's go. I love L.A. We love it. I'll freaking scream it from the rooftops. L.A. Randy Newman. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just so you can get Trey Lance,
but
baby.
Not a – well, he was number 3. Or was it number 2? 3. Not rooting for the Rams, to be clear. That's the thing. That's the nuance. I'm rooting for the Niners.
There's no nuance.
Long term. I'm not sitting there going, duh.
Aren't you rooting for the Rams that day?
That day it's – okay. Let me find one here.
I mean, if you really wanted to go around it, you could root for a tie.
As long as that ensured the number one pick, sure. Root for a tie. Fine. Rooting for
you sound a little bit more upset rooting for a tie than rooting for a team playing against your team.
Yeah, but at that point, I don't care. That's the point of the matter is
you do care.
I don't care about winning or losing a meaningless game in the end, except for the consequences of the win or the loss. I don't care if it's a loss or a tie. I really don't. I care that we're not getting some meaningless win in Week 18 against the Rams that I'm never going to remember, and it's costing me literally a pick in the draft, the number 1 pick, let's say, in this scenario.
You think there's a big difference between the number 2 and number 1 pick in the NFL
I don't know what the draft is, but yes, generally, yes. Ask Tony Mandarich. Ask Troy Aikman.
What am I asking him?
Ask him if there's a big difference, because Tony Mandarich was number 2. Yeah.
Home or sell? Who am I calling?
Who?
Mandarich?
Facts.
Oh, Facts.
Well, Mandarich.
Yeah. Rotary.
Also, later today, coming up at under 2 hours at the Accu Stadium, Huddersfield Town hosts set to be promoted Cardiff City.
Ooh, are you going?
I can't make it in time. That's a.
How are you going to watch it?
I will watch it on my phone, which I will try and usually fail to cast to my TV.
Or you can watch Atletico Madrid against Barcelona.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Huddersfield, Cardiff City.
Why can't you work that out to get it on your TV?
I can't. It's moody sometimes.
The phone or the TV?
The TV. Well, I think it's a TV.
Which TV?
The one, the outside one usually, so I can pace around.
Which one of the outside?
You gotta relax. The one on the right.
You can also watch Liverpool hosting PSG.
I'd rather watch Huddersfield Town, Cardiff City. Cardiff City in the second spot. Lincoln's already going up.
Give me a breakdown of that match. What are we looking at today?
Honestly, Jack Outwick is in goal. Lee Nichols was hurt in Saturday's match versus
Who would
Wickham.
Chris rather have?
Frank Quarters.
As opposed to Lee Nichols. Yeah. That's what it was. I haven't seen the lineups yet, but I do know this caretaker managers that we have in place for Liam Manning, who's on compassionate leave, have been trying to play very aggressive. So I imagine Bojan Radulovic and Alfie May up front. Again, I haven't seen that yet. And,
isn't there some talk that Cardiff's tanking?
Oh no, Cardiff wins today, and that might just seal their automatic promotion to the championship.
Get a break.
I don't think they want it.
Agree to disagree?
Okay.
After a celebration.
Is Stu watching this one today?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I will check in with P. Stu probably on the way home, make sure he's all set up.
Oh, David.
Patrick Stewart money.
And he'll watch.
David, have you seen my recent American Dad episode? It truly is my piece de resistance of my career.
Say hi to Chris for me.
Where's my friend Chris?
We'll take a break. When we come back, crosstalk with Matt and Kayla.
Here,
hey, all
confirmed.
right. And celebby birthdays.
Celebby.
Brought to you by the Crumbles. We'll do that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
The other guys must think you failed math. Get this huge discount. Then the fine print hits you with $5,200 in mandatory ads. It's adorable in a scammy kind of way. At Hoblet, we skip the tricks. The price you see is the price you actually pay. What a wild concept, huh? Hoblet, family owned 77 years. Experience the difference online at hobletdodge.com.
Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
I go, my parents are from India. She goes, oh, India. See, I knew India. Indian people, you have a big eyes and long eyelash like a cow. Wow, 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 wow.
Saturday, April 18th, 8 p.m., the venue at Thunder Valley.
Wow, 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 wow. I didn't know what to do. I just tipped her and thank you, bye-bye, and I left.
For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Russell Peters Relax World Tour.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
So, Dave, I heard saying he hasn't had contact in 3 weeks with me.
Yeah.
That's because he was gone for 2 weeks, and I was gone on vacation for 3.
What? No way.
3 days.
Yes.
You sussed it out?
3 days.
3 days.
3 days. Compared to 2 weeks.
3 days.
Spot the problem.
Hi. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's back.
Hey.
Should probably
How you
talk to
doing?
her.
What's going on?
Scale of 1 to 10, how much did you miss me?
Well, probably.
The voice got higher.
It's going to be bad. That's like when my sister does this when she orders at a drive-thru or anything.
I do this too.
Her voice goes up 7 octaves. I'm brutal on her. But I don't know. But
I would like a cheeseburger.
We'll be talking. We'll be at the.
So true.
We'll be at a
And I have
dinner
some
table.
fries.
We're out at a restaurant, and we'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Well, I'm fine. How are you doing? I'm fine. Oh, hi.
Yep.
Can I get a fry and a chocolate shake? And can I have the whipped cream on the side?
You don't ever deepen your voice, though?
No, I just say, "Hi. Can I have a blah blah blah?"
He says,
No.
do you know who I am?
What, you want me to be talking, then I get to the drive-thru, I'm like, I'd like a Big Mac, chocolate fries, and a shake. Chocolate fries.
It's like a friendly thing. So for me, I think it is. Like when my voice gets higher, I seem to be like, I'm more friendly.
When my voice gets higher, I'm lying to you.
Oh.
Oh, well,
my
there's
wife
your-
sussed that out.
Well, when we play,
Do you like it? Oh, it's all right.
When we play
I like
poker, then I guess.
Do you feel bad for hitting Jason yesterday?
No, wow. You know, that's an ongoing thing now. This just in from Liam Gallagher of Oasis.
Oh gosh.
I want to thank all the people who voted for us.
Why does he have a London accent?
Oh, sorry.
In it.
I'd like to thank all the people who voted for us. It's a real honor ever since I was a little kid. And singing in the shower, I dream about one day being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's true what they say, anything is possible if you have a dream. And then somebody says, well, what happened to not wanting to be in it? He says, well, I was speaking with my mommy last night when the news broke, and she thinks I may have been a little hasty with my perception of the organization. She's told me to stop being a D word and go to the awards and behave, and you never know, you might enjoy it. So, hey, older, wiser Liam Gallagher.
Wow.
Your thoughts? Sellout? That wasn't on the air.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
I think it could have
that
been
was
because
sounded
I
real.
don't think many
Yeah.
people would know the translation.
I wouldn't have.
I feel like enough would, though.
Enough wood.
But they're at a leadership retreat.
Nah.
So
That's what it is. We were trying to figure out what
They're
was
all
going
gone?
on.
Yeah.
They're at a leadership
retreat. Why don't we get those?
Where's the retreat at?
Where's the, just...
When have you ever led anybody?
No, true.
Well, he led the media into a controversy earlier this year.
Where's the followers retreat?
Right?
Hi. Great.
He's
weird.
recovering, Dave.
He is. Well, and we're helping him with it. You know,
You're
the
not
best way to
helping
recover is through humor from your friends.
He squeezed the back of my head.
I squoze the
That
back
was
of
a
your
weird
head.
cup.
What? I cupped his head.
Ew.
It's like when he had his newborn and he was cupping the back of the head.
Yeah.
You know, I have held Matt like a baby before.
It's true.
That is
Wiped
true.
his butt.
I've cried in his arms.
It is. I just cried in your arms tonight.
It must have been something I said.
Should have walked away.
I should have walked away.
How do you know that?
Was that in Lord of the Rings?
Gandalf sings
That was
it.
impressive.
You were. I always leave it to the individual to share.
I
or
already
not
know
share.
you know where I was.
Well, I do, but I'm leaving it to you. Dave loves L.A.
He
Dave
loves it.
What were you doing over the weekend?
My best friend lives in LA, and my other friend lives in Seattle, and we go down every year. It's like
Man, that really is a Sophie's choice on where to go.
L.A. or Seattle?
Well, when you have a friend who has a pretty nice place, and it's right in the heart of everything, it's pretty nice just to stay for free.
Highlight of the trip, most fun thing.
Well,
let me ask you this: did anything happen on the trip where you're like, I'm not sharing that?
Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum?
Yeah, there's always one thing,
Sure, okay.
for sure. This was more of a tame trip, though. She, unfortunately, was going to get a puppy, and we were going to
Why
go
is that
pick the
unfortunate?
puppy up on Saturday. Well, the puppy died. And
You asked why it was unfortunate. Well, we lost half the crosstalk.
So, unfortunately, this is not funny, but I'm just, again,
It is to them.
just transparent. Like I always am, not going to change.
Dave is crying laughing back here. Tears coming out of his eyes laughing.
Matt is.
Unfortunately, the day before her birthday on Wednesday.
Puppy or your
No,
friend?
the day of her birthday, Wednesday.
That's so
We got a call from her and said the
Dave
puppy
is
passed away.
still laughing like he's on the floor, hitting the floor.
I'm sorry about this.
So she was not in a great mood.
Yeah.
I get it.
Did it affect the weekend?
Yes, it did a little bit. But it's okay. We did the best we can do for her. And I think it just wasn't meant to be. Yeah. And hopefully she will find a puppy that will be healthy. What do you expect me not to be transparent? I'm always going to be transparent.
I'm all for transparency.
I'm
and
never
by the
gonna
way,
lie about
by the way,
anything.
Chris it's opposite day. I do not laugh at puppy death. That was the opposite
But
of
it
laughing.
wasn't what you were expecting.
No.
Right.
No, I'm just saying that maybe it could have been like it didn't. It could have been like it didn't work out. There was a schedule. It's like we're like, well, how was your weekend? And you said unfortunately, and that got me. I should have known, but it was like, well, wouldn't it be? I figured maybe unfortunately because it got in the way of the concert we were going to,
Right.
or we had a dinner, or the puppy made a mess, or whatever. Because the puppy died.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
so
you
sad.
said it just kind of like
That's so sad.
the door was locked, or there's a sale at Penny's.
I know, because it's really got it's taken, like we had a whole weekend of just unfortunately talking about it, for her. So it sucks.
How long did she know the puppy?
She had gone and visited it and had been probably for like 3 weeks, was looking into getting it, and then decided kind of last minute, we're going to do this. And it literally passed away on her birthday. She got the news on her birthday. And then we came the next day. So it was, the tone of the weekend was a little up. Now, we still find ways to have fun. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever heard of Craig's? It's like a really...
What is it? Describe it.
It's like a famous spot in West Hollywood.
What do they do there?
It's just famous people go there to eat.
And what kind of food?
Italian. It's really good. You wanted me to up
What
the
did
vibe.
What did you eat? What was it?
Good spaghetti and like focaccia bread.
Okay.
And yeah.
At Craig's.
At Craig's. Now it was Coachella weekend, so a lot of people were out of town, but it was still a good vibe.
time.
Good vibe. So we got the vibe up a little.
With meatballs and pasta.
Spaghetti and focaccia bread.
Nothing,
And a martini. Well, I didn't say the
Right.
martini part, but Sorry, I threw everybody off this morning.
It's a great ad for them.
Craig's.
Craig's.
Puppy died. Have some pasta.
Go to Craig's.
Craig's.
So that was the weekend.
You asked Dave.
It's her, dude. Yeah. It is her with these crosstalks. She is a nuclear bomb that goes off. Like, oh look, it's innocent Kayla. She's so sweet, and
which I am in some parts of life, and then others,
the puppy died.
It's awful, by the
Can
way.
that be the title of our show today on YouTube? We always have one like, King's exit interviews. Should just be the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. The puppy died.
Well, here's the one thing about that too. What's the and I don't know when people they can track it on their feet, they can track it in. It's puppies like that get this.
Porvo?
Yes, that's what it was, and unfortunately, I don't think it was done properly by the people who owned the puppies because they're selling their house, and I guess somehow workers got tracked in and were in, and they tracked stuff around, and that's how it happened. They think.
That's why I say adopt, don't buy.
You should always adopt too, and buy whatever you want, but adopting is good. So we're looking at puppies. We're seeing if she can adopt one, seeing if it works.
I mean, maybe.
But it might take a minute.
Yeah.
God.
Just look at my dogs.
Matt, you had a really good crosstalk today.
Big superstitious guy like you, Dave. I probably wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna go home.
Matt did this the other day on, I don't know what the subject was on our show.
Celebrity birthdays. What was the puppies? I hate to ask. What was the puppies?
We didn't know yet.
You didn't? It was not named?
It was not disclosed. Yeah, that was one of my dog's names.
This is
Undertaker.
This is Galco. This one's unnamed.
I probably won't bring this up that I said this on the air to her.
Yeah, please don't.
Probably
All right,
won't
who
go
got
over
older
well.
today? Not the puppy. No, I'm saying it's a fact. R.I.P. Unnamed puppy.
Sarah
Jane Doe.
What?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Ooh.
Who's that?
Scream.
Come on.
She was in Scooby-Doo, Matt.
What's the
I
scary
know
one
what
she
you did
was
last
in
summer.
that scares me?
I know what you did last summer.
No, the other one, the Japanese remake.
What?
Oh,
with the girl that goes, wow.
Yes.
Climbs.
Oh, I can't think of it.
Come on, movie
The
guy.
Grudge.
The Grudge.
The Grudge?
Did you say
Matt
The Grudge?
said it.
Oh, well, we weren't listening.
She's married to Freddie Prinze Jr.
She is 52.
Who's that?
What?
I don't know.
She's 47.
She's 45.
I think Kayla's right, but I'll say 46.
Kayla's closest 49. Happy birthday, Baker Mayfield.
Baker's
Baker.
28.
Ooh.
Is he?
29.
Ooh, I like 29. I like 29.
30.
Chris is closest 31.
Whoa!
Happy birthday to Greg Maddox.
Ooh.
Greg Maddox is 60.
62.
It's 59.
63.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Carmichael Dave. Greg Maddox is 60. Happy birthday, David Justice.
Oh, I loved David Justice.
A's legend.
David Justice is 55.
Ooh. 58.
57.
56.
He is also 60. Kayla was
Whoa.
closest. And former Niners coach Jim Tomsula.
He's 63.
66.
65.
59.
Chris is closest. 58th birthday.
Wow. All right.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
I want to go home.
Yeah, you got 4 hours in front of you.
I don't know.
With me.
With Kayla, the return of Kayla.
There's nothing.
Or okay, return of Kayla.
Nothing we can do.
All right. Well, for Mark
You
Jones.
can't talk like this after you made all those jokes.
What joke?
Hey, hug your puppy, everyone.
Yeah.
If you have one,
For,
give it a pet.
for Jason Ross, for Chris, for